Niners! Fam, this day is just loaded. I'm talking loaded. Whoo, man. You know what? This pales in comparison. This day pales in comparison to next. Do you realize this time next week we're going to be setting on Razor's Edge? You're going to get cut, too. Fam, today's headline. The Niners have adjusted their roster for the 2020 season. The preseason auditions resulted, as most predicted. Just about everybody predicted, with maybe a couple of surprises here and there. But not many surprises, but things could have went either way with most of everything we see. The questions at the beginning of this annual activity were mainly about if there would be any surprise cuts of veterans or any seemingly long shots added or retained. Those questions have been answered apparently. So, but Dante P and Solomon. Wait, let me get Dante P and Solomon T. They're still on this team, fam. You knew they would be, though. I mean, no matter how much we joked and clowned around, they were going to make the team. They were always going to make the team. But here the news. Oh, Deebo Samuel activated today. Making him available for week 1. Coach Shanahan has been optimistic this whole time that Mrs. Samuel's baby boy would be available for the Niners Week 1 contest against the Cards. Coming up next weekend, September the 13th, it's already time. Coach said earlier this week of both Deebo and Ayuk, who has been dealing with a hamstring injury, we're hoping to get, there's a quote, we're hoping to get both of those guys back next week for practice. Things are coming up, roses. Something else, too. According to Phil Yates, of ESPN, today he reported the Niners restructured defensive end Dee Ford's contract and converted part of his base salary into a signing bonus to open an additional $9.5 million in cap space. I smell somebody is in the crosshairs of Santa Clara. The first reason could be the team wants to emerge as a real contender for free agent Jadeveon Clowney, to much my surprise. We want Jay Clowney? How much you gonna pay him? That boy's asking for a lot of money. $9.5 million? Now, the Titans and Saints have been the two major contenders for him at this hour. And now, John Lynch on Bay Area radio stations yesterday said the team was out of money when asked if Clowney was a possibility. So John said, you know what, we ain't going to be out of money long. No, get D on the Ford, man. I mean, get D on the Ford. Get D on the phone. There's another possible reason, too, and I like this one better. The Niners floated on Twitter by Chris Bitterman of the Sacramento Bee, is that the team may want to extend left tackle Trent Williams right now. Don't wait. Do it now. And I wish they would. If I have to pick between Clowney and Williams, which one are you going to do? Without no hesitation, in a heartbeat, I'm taking Trent. Clowney, I got plenty of people who can handle whatever Clowney's going to bring to the table. I still think Clowney gets way too much praise. How many sacks did he get last year? I mean, he's a good football player, but he doesn't get anything. Clowney could be contained, and if we play the team over, what's that? The team he just can't handle. That big tackle or guard from Notre Dame. And you know what? He got pancaked. I don't like to see them guys get pancaked. If you're supposed to be good, you're supposed to get pancaked. God. Hey, anyway, but back to the cuts. NFL teams can put in a claim for any of the over 1,000 new free agents who were waived by their respective former teams until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Niners will also begin putting together a 16-player practice squad at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. and you got until 9 to do this. You got 10 to do that. It's fast-moving stuff. And for the 2020 season, each NFL practice squad can carry up to 6 players with an unlimited amount of NFL experience. That means you almost have, shoot, man, this could be really good. It depends on what, I just don't know what veteran player, I guess unless if a guy thinks he has no chance to sign up with anybody else, he'll go for this route. For the ring invitation. Yeah, but that's what we are now. You know what I mean? Fred Warner has not been cleared for the reserve COVID-19 list, which I'm finding worrisome. Since I believe it's been 5 days already, fam? 5? Since he got put on that list? Fred will begin the season on the reserve COVID-19 list and does not count against the 53-man roster. The 49ers have left a spot open for him, apparently, as the team currently has 52 players on the active roster. Well, what happened? Let's we talked about this almost every other day. Are we going to continue to carry C.J. Beathard? Well, your answer is yes. C.J., Jimmy, and Nick. Okay. Running backs, we all thought it was going to be 4, and pretty much everybody knew it was going to be T.C., Jerick McKinnon, Raheem Mostert. And you know what really is delightful, though? I wasn't for sure if we were going to carry Mrs. Wilson's baby boy. He's going to be a Niner again next year. That would have been Jermichael Hasty. Sorry, bruh. He's probably going to come back on the practice squad. Fullback, of course, Juice. Wide receivers, yes, it's going to be 6, not 7. In fact, I think we thought it was going to be at least 6, right? And we were hoping for 7. But Brandon Ayuk, of course, KB, Richie, I can't run this back, James, Dante P. Come on, Dante. We were just playing, man. We knew you was going to make the team. Deebo and Trent Taylor. A lot of people had Trent Taylor cut. I knew good and well they weren't going to cut Trent Taylor. No way in the world. Tight ends. Ross Dwelly, bad foot and all. He'll still be on the team. George Kittle. I mean, do I need to mention his name? Jordan Reed. Charlie Warner. Tough guy, Charlie Warner. Dude, if he can play with a broken leg and don't do no cuts, just run in a straight line and still make receptions, that boy can play some football. Old line, we're going to keep 8. Daniel Brunskill, Tom Compton. Tom Compton's that guy you keep when you don't have anybody else. We don't have anybody else. We may have a small problem with that offensive line, I'm thinking right now. Ben Garland, Mike McGlinchey, Colton McKivitz, Justin School, Laken Thompson, Trent Williams. There's no really surprises on that unit. There's some disappointment with Compton, of course, but there was nobody else, I guess. D-line, we're going to keep 9. Eric Armstead, Nicky Bosa, these are the all-stars of the team. D. Ford and Kevin Givens. I'm so delighted to hear Givens, because Matt Mielko thought he wasn't going to make the team. Givens stays. Kerry Heider Jr., D.J. Jones, J. Kinlaw, Contavious Street, Solomon T. And no, we're not keeping that rookie, that UDFA, Matt Mielko. What were you thinking, man? Linebackers, we got 5. Alziz, Al-Shar, Quan Alexander, and Demetrius Flanagan. Foles made the team this year, fam. That boy's got some ball-hawking skills. I am delighted. And, of course, Dre Greenlaw and Mark Nzacha. You can't do without me on special teams. He's still going to be with us. The DBs include Marcel Harris, Tavarius Moore, E-Man Mosley, Richard Sherman, Jaquaski T, Jason Verrett, J-Dub, K-Wan, and Spoon. Oh! This is all. The 49ers are still going with the guys from last year for the most part. Specialists, Robbie Gold, Kyle Nelson, Mitch Wish, and Fred, of course, is on that COVID list. An injured reserve, Tavon Austin, Jalen Hurd saved a spot for themselves for next season to try out again. J.J. Nelson. That's what you do. If you think you're going to get cut, try to find a way to do something slightly to get yourself put on the IR. You sprain an ankle, fake it, do something. This way you get another shot next year. Maybe we need them more next year than we do this year, right? Because they weren't going to make the team. Tavon may have had, none of those guys were going to make the team. They were all going to be on most likely the practice squad. And reserve, the pup list guys are going to be Ronald Blair, expected to be on there, Weston Richburg, and Julian Taylor. Didn't Ronnie Blair start on the pup list last year? And the cut list, fam, here's the thing. If you didn't know who got cut, are some names you might want to think about. Released or waived guys. Defensive lineman Alex Barrett, wide receiver River Crackraft. And of course, that was pretty much anticipated. Here's the thing: Jonathan Simper said, "Man, I ain't playing on no practice squad, y'all." So okay, well, bye. Darren Daniels of Matt Mioko's pick over Givens. Evan Foster, Hronis Grasu, who's probably going to be begged to come on back and get on the practice squad, even though he has been around the league for a long time. Marquise Gray is not going to be on this team. Chase Harrell. Tim Harris, that's it for Timmy, although he'll probably be back. Some of these guys are going to be back on the practice squad, I'm pretty sure. Jermichael Hasty, I'm almost guaranteed. Pete Carroll, man, stay out. Don't do it, Pete. You know, the Hawks need running backs. Remember last year they ran out all running backs, and some of those guys had torn ACLs? They're going after Hasty. I'm surprised they haven't even got solid Ahmad already. Jawan Jennings is a guy everybody says, what? You see, fam, because you knew Jawan Jennings was in competition with somebody. Now, Jalen Hurd went down, and a lot of us assumed, okay, well, Jawan's going to be our muscle guy for that, right? Maybe we use him the same way we would have used Jalen Hurd. Coaches didn't see it that way, so yeah. Jawan has been excused. Unless Carroll, Raiders, or somebody come in and poach us. But remember, if you do that, you got to put him on your starting unit, right, or your game day unit. So maybe Jennings will clear waivers and we'll get him back and he can work a little bit with the 49ers for a while, and get himself a little seasoning on the practice squad, because I'm sure the 49ers are going to work with him extra hard because they probably do like him a lot and they want to keep him. So also Dante Johnson, Jared Jones-Smith, offensive lineman, Dion Jordan. Goodbye, Dion. I'm kind of surprised by that. We're going to go after Jadeveon Clowney, though, right? Got rid of Dion. Cameron Malveaux and Jared Maiden. Jared, I'm almost certain that he comes back on the practice squad. Sean Poindexter probably comes back on the practice squad. I don't know about Ross Reynolds, Dakota Shipley, William Sweet, Joe Walker, linebacker Joe Walker, and wide receiver Kevin White. Joe Walker might be a guy that you might want to see if you can keep him on the practice squad as well. He is a veteran. Maiden comes back. Sweet possibly comes back. Walker, Kevin White. He was set up. Yeah, simply expected to join the practice squad too. Hawkins is expected to join the practice squad as well, according to the Athletic. And yeah, that's what happened, fam. Tatum was informed. It was released Thursday, September 3rd. The move, however, wasn't made official until Friday. And yeah. All right, what did you feel in all this, fam? Is anything bothering you about this list? I mean, are you satisfied with what the 49ers did? Are you mad? Are you feeling good about it? You think they made all the right decisions? And about Jadeveon Clowney. Should the 49ers be spending all that money on Jadeveon Clowney? Because don't ask me about this again. If I'm going to spend money between Jadeveon Clowney and Trent Williams, Jadeveon don't even need to answer his phone because I ain't calling him. Anyway, let us see. Hey, Damian Lane with the money. Let's find a healthy backup defensive end. Damian Lee, are you signing Jadeveon Clowney? Because he's gonna be valuable. Because Jadeveon's running around every office he sits down in. You know who I am, right? Yeah, we called you Jadeveon Clowney, right? So don't offer me no chump change, man. Because I get up and leave right now. If you go do that, I'm gonna just get on up and leave. Well, you can get on up and leave. Big Daz, what's up, fan? Slick68 says, if you're a 49ers fan, if you're a 49ers faithful, give me a hell yeah. Bam. Throw the can back out in the audience and see if it gets. Niner Rich, I hope Hasty and Jennings get signed to the practice squad. I got to believe that's a 99% chance unless they get picked up by waivers. Mr. Black Ice, I didn't like Jennings being cut, but what move we make, it's got to benefit our team. Everyone better step up. The revenge comes with no errors. Go 49ers and leave it no prisoners. Oh, can I get a hell yeah? Bam. Wham. Fam, let us talk. Well, I know. Hey. Krusty! Get out of here, Krusty! Krusty. see. Is Chris Jones a good center? Played for Arizona. All-Star Luna. That's the question. I bet I know who knows that. Chris, you need to lower that volume on your monitor.
Hold on a second. I'm walking outside real quick, man.
Okay. Oh, God.
I was sitting there and I was like, he's not calling me first.
Yeah, we got to go. Because, Chris, you got to tell us about that center in Arizona, Chris Jones. Oh, God.
Center in Arizona.
Is it Chris Jones? I thought Chris Jones played. Isn't that the guy that there's a question this year. How about Chris Jones, that center out of Arizona? I've never heard of him. The only Jones that I know about that sounds like that is the guy that's playing defensive end in Kansas City. Anyway. Hey, Crusty, though, your feeling on these picks today, are you satisfied with the 49ers' current roster? Would you have liked to seen some other players kept or anything that you didn't approve of or anything you really appreciate?
No, in all honesty, I thought that exactly who I thought was going to make the team made the team. The only surprising one was them taking Richie James, not putting him on the PUP list and putting him on the active roster.
Mm-hmm.
In my personal opinion, is the only reason they did that is because Tavon Austin got hurt.
Yep.
If Tavon Austin didn't get hurt,
mm-hmm.
he would have been cut. Personal opinion, and Dion Jennings would have made the team.
Mm-hmm.
Then Richie James would have just stayed on the IR.
Mm-hmm. You know,
that's my personal opinion. That's the only reason Dion Jennings got cut.
Yeah.
You know, it's the only reason because when you think about it, you got J.J. Nelson and Tavon Austin, both people that I didn't think that were going to make the team. But the only reason they're on the team is because they made it to the IR for some reason. Surprisingly.
They did it on purpose.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly. It's just it's surprising, but when it comes down to it, the only one is like one of the linebackers I was actually kind of surprised because I never heard of him. Fowles or Foles or
Flanagan
Foles.
You know, Flanagan Foles, he was actually pretty good last year, but there were too many guys better. So, yeah, you're talking about Demetrius Flanagan Foles. What a name, huh? But anyway, yeah, he is. I was kind of surprised at that too.
Over Joe Walker, that was a little bit of a surprise to me since I've seen. I haven't seen him, but I looked at his statistics, and I was sitting there and I was like, I'm surprised this guy made it over him. But when it came down to all the UDFAs that didn't make the team, I'm not surprised. The only reason I'm not surprised is because we didn't have a preseason. They didn't have a chance. Yeah. None of them had a chance. Even Jared Maiden. I expected him to get cut, even though I wanted him to make the team. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Cyprian, obviously, once I heard him say that he wasn't going to go for the practice squad, I was like, you're out of here, man. Yep. There's no way you're making the team.
And you said that in a media conference, which probably annoyed the 49ers. Who does he think he is?
Exactly. Not even that, they brought it up to Kyle later,
Did he? I didn't know that. That's hilarious. Some guys.
Kyle's thing, he's like, they brought it up to him. One of the media guys brought it up to him, and he was like, really? Okay. I
got to go back and look at it. Was that the other day or something? That's hilarious. I don't know. Flanagan,
that was last week.
Keep an eye on Cyprian. Let's see where he signs, since he does think he's beyond practice squads below him, especially in this COVID year. It's pretty funny.
That was last week that they did that.
I know.
I think it was maybe last weekend or whatnot.
It's been a few days.
You know what? Even though it's not the first game, it's not the 49ers game, I'm excited for Thursday just to watch some football. I really am. I don't care who it is.
Hey, the season is going to start on Thursday night, isn't it? Yes, that's right.
Yep.
They don't start on Sunday every year.
It's going to start on Thursday night, man.
Yes.
I'm excited just to sit down, drink some beer, eat some pizza, some wings, just sit down and enjoy some football. I'm excited for that,
Wash it down with your favorite Suns. It doesn't get any better than that. Shucks.
Right, exactly. But you know me, when it comes down to it, the thing I'm most excited is Charlie Warner made the team. I knew he was going to.
Oh, I did too.
Listening to all George Kittle's press conferences, every one of them, the dude brings Charlie Warner up every time. He keeps talking about how good Charlie Warner is and everything like that. He doesn't talk about any of the other tight ends that way. None of them. True. Not even Jordan Reed.
True.
And it's just like, I'm excited for this man to freaking get out there and play some freaking football. You know, if he's as good as George Kittle's saying, can you imagine running the ball with George Kittle on one side and Charlie Warner on the other?
And
God,
they say, and Warner's one of the best blockers of the team already. Yeah.
Right. You thought Mostert was good last year. Holy crap. What about Tevin Coleman? Freaking, we got Jerick McKinnon instead of Matt Breida now. I'm excited that he made it through training camp. I'm excited to see what this guy does. I'm happy he just made it through training camp.
That first play he makes, I was like, oh, there he goes. Oh, where's the hitters?
Yep.
Where the hitters at? Look at that. Look, he's touchdown Niners. Oh, God, I can already see it. See, that people don't understand.
Right?
Kyle Shanahan's not a fool. Well, most of the time he ain't a fool,
Right. And when I was looking at the 53-man roster, I was like I was saying, when the wide receivers came down, everybody but Richie James I knew was going to freaking make this team because they were on the team last year.
Yep.
They had to. They had to make the team. They already knew the system. Everybody else they brought in was a camp body. Mm-hmm. Nobody else was going to make this team. Mm-hmm. None of them did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just crazy. Mm-hmm.
I bet every team
Heider's there.
No, I was going to say, I thought every team in the league probably had to do that because this year is just bad. If you came in as a newbie this year, that's really bad for you. This year sucked.
No, yeah, exactly. I think that Heider, the only reason that Heider made it of the team is because Ronald Blair is on the pup list. That's the only reason he made the team. Yeah. Everybody else, I think they played last year. Yeah. The defensive line is pretty much the exact same defensive line we had last year, except we got Kerry Heider instead of Ronald Blair. Mm-hmm. But once Ronald Blair gets pulled off the pup list, is he going to still be on the team? Not Ronald Blair, but Kerry Heider.
But Chris, you know what? At that point, it could be anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be Heider. If he does a good job between now and then, Richie James, if he's still holding that hand up, we can't take those other guys off of IR, can we? Because Tavon Austin could be ready to play at the same time. They should have put Tavon on the pup list if they were smart. We'll see.
Right, exactly. The IR, when it comes down to it, I knew those guys are going to make it, either get cut or put on the IR. I knew it. I was telling you guys from the beginning. Tavon Austin is not making the 53-man roster. Either is J.J. Nelson. Neither one of them did. They both ended up on the IR.
There you go.
I'm surprised that freaking Richie James made it, I don't even think he's going to be the punt returner. I don't think he's going to be the punt returner this year at the beginning of the year. I bet let's see.
It's not going to be true.
Dante Pettis is going to do it.
No. Dante fumbled the ball last week when they were working out on that, and that's not the first time he's done that. I don't know what's going on with Dante. The NC two-way leader can't catch the ball all of a sudden. Mel may have called it right. Dante doesn't want that job.
So what do you think? It's going to be Trent Taylor then? Because that's the only other person I can think that could do punt return.
It's going to be Richie because Richie's a body they can sacrifice if they have to put one out there. You don't want to put Taylor in harm's way. But
the only thing is, they were talking about putting Richie James on the pup list at the beginning. From the start. It doesn't make any sense.
It does. Chris, I'm with you.
Why
I am no fan
why they
of
put him
Richie
on
James.
There,
I have no idea.
I think they just threw him on the active roster because they're like, he'll be healed at one point in time. But I don't think he's fully healed yet. I think Deebo is going to be fully healed. I think it's going to be Deebo and, Ayuk and Trent Taylor that start, Yeah. Kendrick. I'm sorry, but Kendrick has never started. I think he's going to be the fourth wide receiver.
Well,
So,
you might be a little premature. I think Ayuk may not start. He's going to get a lot of minutes, but I got a feeling it is. We'll see. I got a feeling it's going to be KB starting now, just for the sake of making sure Jimmy's got all the familiar bodies out there that can handle what he's going to do. But Cressy, listen, let's Monday night. Let's go ahead and get ready for Monday night because we're out of time. I want to see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Sunday, right?
Yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself again. See, because I'm trying to get to Thursday as fast as I can. I got to see you tomorrow. Our normal Sunday meeting.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
I normally take Saturday
man.
off is what the thing is. All right.
Okay,
All right,
man.
fam. See you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
All right.
Later.
And let us go to Dollar Bill Will. Who's that?
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Well, man, we're looking at the results of what's the dust is settled, smoke is cleared, and everybody we know that's near and dear is still a 49er. You know, you knew what gonna be no big time change. Everybody who was on the team last year is back on the team this year. And everybody knew that came into town was given a ticket on out of town, just about, except for Tavon and some of the other guys that made the IR. And Javon Jennings. And you knew it was going to be between Javon and somebody. So, you know. What are you thinking? Are you okay with this?
Oh yeah, I'm okay with it, man. I'm shocked. I am shocked that Jennings didn't make the squad because I really thought he was going to be like the guy to play the Jalen Hurd role, since he was out.
Well, Jennings,
but, but it's all good, man. I like the roster. I mean, it was a whole lot of talent on this team because not one undrafted free agent made the team. So, but yeah, man, I like it. And what I really love is that the bully is back on the block. My boy Deebo, he's back on the block.
Oh,
man.
yeah. He made it back. Deebo's 3 weeks early, at least.
I told you, man, Deebo is a different breed, man. This dude does not have human blood. This dude has dog blood. I'm telling you, man. This dude is an unknown specimen. I'm telling you, man.
His heart pumps it, manufactures it. That foot said, Deebo just willed that foot back to get, you ain't holding me back. Best heal up because I'm going out there. So, man, he did it.
Yeah, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him for week 1, man. When him and IU got there, man. I'm lighting it up on the field, man. So, I mean, I'm definitely excited for it. The offensive line, I love the offensive line roster. It looks lovely. Jimmy G should be back there behind that line, making him a piece of, and throw the ball at the same time, man. Because
you better wait.
He's gonna have a whole.
Unless Garland starts, I hope he does, because I'm worried about who started at center.
Garland's gonna play. This dude is a war vet. This man played through injury last year. So ain't no doubt in my mind this man ain't gonna start. Ain't gonna play week 1. He's playing. He's playing because they restructured Tom Compton's contract. So they broke to where he's a backup. He's a backup player now.
So that tells us
that right. So that tells us that Brunskill is gonna get that right guard spot. So if Brunskill gonna get that right guard spot, then that has to mean that Ben Garland is gonna be playing week 1. So.
Well, let me ask you a question though, real quick, because the thing is, our 49ers, if you had a choice between Jadeveon Clowney and Trent Williams, and you got that $9 million you got off of D Ford's contract, what direction you taking?
Can't take neither because Clowney heading to Tennessee. You ain't heard?
Thank you. He is on his way to Tennessee, huh? Because I know Tennessee and the Saints were involved, and the 49ers was trying to muster up some cash, see if they could talk to him. So it's over. Okay.
Yeah, he heading to Tennessee. It's kind of, but I guess we need to still wait till tomorrow though, because there are 2 different reports about it. One reporter, a verified source on Twitter, said that he reported that he was going to Tennessee, and then another reporter, Justina Anderson, said that she was told by him that he was still taking calls. But then again, somebody else reported that he told the Tennessee Titan officials that he was going to join the team. So I'm thinking that he is going to head towards Tennessee way. The Saints don't have no to get him anyway. So
after Singh, he says it's not confirmed yet. All right.
Yeah, man. But speaking on transactions, the boy that I do not like was on the trading block. Witherspoon. Witherspoon talking about getting traded.
They tried to trade him.
But the only way they saved his ass was Verrett hurt his hamstring.
Yep.
So hamstring saved his ass, which I wish didn't happen. Because I wanted Spoon ass out of here
and get a draft pick. Yep.
I was getting excited until I found out they stopped the transactions about getting trading him because I don't want him on the team. I don't want him.
And they
want
told him
him.
too.
Yeah, they told him.
Yeah.
I don't want him to win no red and gold. He don't deserve to win no red and gold. He don't. So that's just me, man. But yeah, man. Forwards reconstruction. I mean, I'm glad they did that, man. That freed up some cap space. So we looking at now is $18 million worth of cap space we got now because of that restructured contract. So I mean, I think what John and Kyle going to do is just save that money and let that money roll over. I believe for Trent Williams, I believe they want Trent Williams to be part of the future. Because we can't be looking around. We can't be looking around again to find another left tackle. I mean, Trent Williams, the best.
Why don't you just sign him next week, or sign him tomorrow? You got it now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they wanted to, they could. Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it's still some things that Kyle and John may be talking about.
I know because they're waiting.
Some changes. Maybe somebody else coming from the outside. I mean, you never know. It ain't over yet. Nobody's out of the woods yet. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. This is a business. So, anything can happen. But yeah, man. Overall, man, I like this roster, man. It's go time, man. It's almost time to crank up these lights, man, and get on this grass and make some plays, man. I'm ready to see Killen and Jordan Reed make defensive coordinators just throw they playbook down and go on the locker room.
Headset on the ground, slam at the clipboard. Yeah, Coach, pick that stuff up. What'd you expect? What?
I'm ready for that.
Hawks cut Shaquem Griffin? Really?
And they got rid of Paul Richardson.
Whoa.
So,
okay.
Yeah, man.
Strange.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. But yeah, man. Richard James, man. I tell you what. Look, they said Richard James was ahead of schedule on his injury, so I think that man good to go. I mean, it is what it is, man. That they ain't gonna put that man positive you all the way legit. And so I don't like it because I don't think Richard James gives you much on special teams. But I mean, hey, he made the roster, so
yeah. So we got to live with it. We got to get over it. Will we go? And I'm gonna see you tomorrow and see what else develops between now and then because I got a feeling things gonna get rocking. It ain't gonna be a quiet Sunday. No way. All right.
All right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to my TNT fan, man. My player partner, Dre, Trade, Big Show, Russo, all them guys, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey, Joe, all them guys, man. Hey, man, Super Bowl 55. It won't be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It'll be the San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. All right, Ronbo.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Night, Will.
All right, man.
And Easy the Third, when can they claim players to the practice squad? Tomorrow, Easy the Third, tomorrow, 9 a.m., they can start that procedure and get those guys back on the team. And yeah. I mean, hey, Elliot.
What it is, Ronbo? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, man, I'm feeling okay. Because I knew there wouldn't be any big surprises. Because the 49ers, if you got a Super Bowl team, Elliot, you don't start adding a lot of different people because, you fool around there and add the wrong person and get rid of the wrong person, right? So, yeah.
Right.
I was kind of surprised about a couple, though. The linebacking group, Flanagan Foles made it this year over the veteran out of the Cardinals organization, which I'm kind of surprised because I thought he might make it, though. So that's cool, though, because I like Flanagan Foles. So, yeah. Luke Walker, I think his name is. Yeah, he's Joe Walker. I'm sorry. So,
Joe Walker.
How you feeling about this roster?
You know what? You know what's crazy for me? For me, it's like, what the hell did we have a draft for after the first round?
Oh,
we might as well traded every damn thing away for money and whatever else because I'm not happy about Juwan Jennings not making the team. I'm not happy about Hasty not making the team. on the defensive side, I wish we still have kept Maven. I've watched him in college. I thought that he was a nice player. And it seems to me that what we don't seem to have is time for player development. And that bothers me. Because what we're saying is we want now. We want right now, and that's it. If you're not going to do it right now, then we don't need you. And I'm a little upset about that because I'm like, yo, listen, at the end of the day, free agency is the devil. If we win the Super Bowl, we're going to lose players off the strength that if their contract says they are free agents, look, people are going to throw these players all kind of money. So everybody we got, we have no young players, man. We don't. We have just the players that we have that are young right now playing for us. But what we don't understand is after in a year or two, their contracts are going to be up. They're going to be free agents. People are going to do everything they can do to dismantle this team if we are the team of right now. So it's like, come on, you got to understand. Like, what was the point of getting Dion Jennings if y'all gonna just cut him and not give him the opportunity to develop his game? What was the point of getting Hasty if you're not going to? And he has been probably one of the biggest hits outside of Ayuk, Brandon. He has been probably the next best. Hold on, before you say this, I wanted to say this. He's probably been the next best draft pick or a person that we picked up as a young person who has been surprising and been good. So it's like you do all this good stuff just to say, hey, thanks for doing all that, but we gotta let you go. I'm just hoping that they make the practice squad in some way, somehow, bro. That's all I'm hoping for.
You're talking about Jennings, that last one. Was that the last person you were talking about?
Jennings. No, I'm really Hasty. Hasty is the person who has been a surprise in camp.
No,
and he's done everything.
No, I agree. He's an undrafted free agent. Here's the thing. The 49ers are like forced. COVID-19 made a lot. He may have done a job had we had preseason games and some of the other. If it would have been a normal preseason, maybe he doesn't get cut. You know? So the 49ers had to go with who they knew.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm so with you about that. I think that because of we didn't have preseason games, we have made premature cuts, and guys who would normally make the team had they had the opportunity to get on the field, we don't have those guys. So all we got to, at this point, we have to wait on waivers to clear and everything else, and then be able to sign these guys on a practice squad. Yeah. If anybody has been paying attention to the 49ers, which I'm quite sure every team has been doing.
They got no film, though.
Looking at it, that is true. But if hearsay is everything. If they've heard how Hasty has been such a great player in the past game, he's found creases. Now that's big. Finding creases is big.
Especially
outside of just holes being open. Yeah, especially. Outside of just holes being wide open, you find creases and you doing this thing or whatever not. You know, this is why Sylvan Ahmad got picked up, because they understood he was making long plays, but he had fumble problems. So if they can correct his fumble problems, he's a valuable back for them because he has exactly what we drafted him for. So Hasty, I'm like, yo, please, God, please. The same way I was about Jeff Wilson. Please find a way to put this guy
Just getting ready to ask you. Okay, your choice was between Jeff Wilson and JaMychal. What would you have done if it was been you?
Oh no, it's Jeff Wilson all the way. I'm super huge Jeff Wilson fan. I'm all the way in there. So I get it though. Wait. All I'm saying is put him on.
I got one other question for you too, though. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Tevin Coleman and JaMychal Hasty.
Don't get me started. I already told you weeks ago how I feel about Tevin Coleman.
I see. That's what I'm saying.
Elliot,
if they take a vote throughout the Niner Empire, am I going to take Hasty or TC? I'll bet you Hasty wins that election. I am not crazy about TC.
Ronbo.
Yes.
You know, I'm not. I've never have been. What's disrespectful is I looked at the draft, not the draft, but the running back order.
Yeah.
They got this dude as our number one running back. Man, if you don't stop this Kyle Shanahan, don't piss me off, Kyle Shanahan.
Baby.
You're doing that when you put this dude as the number one running back for our number one. He is not.
Did they give us Did they give the 49ers, did they rank these guys already as far as pecking order? I mean, I didn't.
Yes. First is Tevin Coleman, then it's Raheem Mostert, then it's Jared McKinnon, and then it's Jeff Wilson. And that pissed me off so bad because I said,
I think they just did that. Maybe they just went, I can't say alphabetical order. Elliot, don't get mad yet. Wait a minute. I don't think that's right. I think it's going to be him as number one.
I promise you. When I promise you, and then we're going to talk about this after next week on first game. I promise you, Tevin Coleman will be the starter for the 49ers, and they will finish with Raheem like they've been doing instead of giving Raheem what he deserves. I promise you, bro.
Yeah.
I promise you.
We ran out of time. You know what? We're going to end up talking about this a lot between now and next week. We're going to take odds on who's going to start. I think you're right, though. Kyle likes to start with TC. I think that's just what he...
Man, I hate this dude. And it makes me hate it even more. The more he plays, the more I hate this dude. I'm like, oh, my God, would they freaking get rid of this dude? Like, really? Get rid of him.
I saw him do... Too many times he reminded me of somebody else we used to know running into a stack of bodies. I said, TC, what you doing, man?
Oh, my God.
Okay. Anyway.
And that's exactly what they're saying he's doing. That's exactly what they're saying he's doing in training camp. Oh. He's running strong, but he's running into the defense. Yeah. Man, if you don't get this dude out of here.
He used it. I don't know
what's going on.
All right. Ellie, we got to go, though, fam. Let me see you tomorrow.
You on tomorrow? Okay,
yes.
bet. I'm with you tomorrow, man. My son he over at his grandma's house, so he did tell me to make sure you tell Ronbo. I said, "What's up, dude?"
I love when he does that.
What's up, dude? You know, so that's all I wanted to call him to make sure. So I'm gonna let him see the show tomorrow, so he know I did exactly what he want me to do. You know what I mean? He in there with me the same way.
There you go. I would say,
y'all have a good night.
All right, fam.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all have a good night, man. Love us, Ron, 49 family. You already know, man. And we just, I just hope we do the best what we got to do for our team, man. That's all I hope. I really hope we don't hurt the players that mean the most to us, which is Brandon Ayuk and Deebo, by bringing them back too early, because Deebo is back 3 weeks early. That can be a problem, whether we know it or not. So let's hope he's inhuman and he does his thing. So I'm going with whatever we do. So have a good night, bro. Love you and everybody else, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, my guy?
Looking forward.
Night. All right, Doc.
All right.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, TC... he did it. He did a few imitations of Carlos Hyde last year that kind of scared me. Hey, Kevin Upshaw, thanks for what you do. We may have a shock move. Oh, Kevin. I know, right? I always like surprises like that. As long as it's a productive surprise, one that you can see the benefits of where it could have an impact in the future. So we'll see. You're right. Desmond!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Desmond, I'm telling you, man, did you see the roster that you see now? You seen that coming? Because, I'm looking at Dynasty 5. He says Jennings was too slow. A dude on Twitter told me, guys, why are you surprised? He says, why are you surprised of a guy that couldn't even get separation in college? Was that a move that you would have made, considering the rest of the the wide receivers you have?
Well, I expected Jennings to probably not make the team because no preseasons and OTAs.
Yeah.
I believe he was one of those players that had to be out on the field and really prove himself. Like everybody said, the 40 wasn't where he ran like a 4.7 at the.
He's not fleet of foot,
So,
he's strong but not
right.
fast.
So so he would have had to prove it on the field that he would be able to pick up the offense and be able to run those routes exactly how Coach Shanahan wanted him to, and he just didn't get the opportunity to do so. So as far as everyone else, I wasn't very surprised, but the Hasty, when Hasty got cut, it kind of cut me a little bit because I heard good things
all
about
feeling it. Yes.
Right. So especially on wheel routes going down the sideline against linebackers and stuff, he was doing his thing. So hopefully we can stash him on the practice squad, and
if
something happens to one of our backs, we can call him up and see what he can do. But as far as everyone else, I wasn't really surprised, being that we didn't have any preseasons or OTAs. That it is what it is. We got a pretty stacked roster, so. We'll be okay though. We got good depth.
Oh yeah.
We'll be all right.
And that's if for no other reason, all those guys know the program. They should excel in it. If you were moving a little slower because you weren't fully knowledgeable what's going on, this year you should be moving even faster. 49ers didn't hurt themselves, but that curiosity factor, Desmond. If we could have saw preseason. Maybe Jennings is not fast, but maybe he's so physical that we could have appreciated him, right? You didn't see Jared Maiden in Alabama, the DB. He didn't get a chance to show himself. And I don't know, Kyle seems to think he can make judgments in practice, but still, on the different stage, these guys turn it up to another level, and they're different players against opposition rather than playing practice every day, So I really feel bad for him about that.
Yeah, I thought Jennings had the advantage once what's his name went down, Hurd went down. I thought Jennings would be he would have the advantage, but the reports out of camp was right. But the reportings out of camp was he wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
I think things just kind of caught up to him, but hopefully we can stash him on the practice squad and we could be able to call him up, or I wish those guys all the luck in the world, but like I said, the squad is pretty stacked up, so we'll be going into opening day pretty good. Deebo is supposed to be back. That dude is just full blooded with it, man.
That is a
he said he'd be back. Yeah, he said he'd be back, and there he is. So, hopefully him and IU can, they can get together, and Jimmy should have all the time in the world, being that hopefully Brunskill can be over there at right guard.
Yes. And Garland is playing center.
Yeah, Captain Garland will be at center. I mean, quiet as kept. That's my favorite lineman right there.
Captain Garland?
If you look at the tapes from last, yes.
Oh, yeah.
In that Green Bay game and in that Minnesota game, he was able to really solidify that center spot, not only getting the ball to Jimmy, but also getting downfield and getting blocks downfield. That's how Mostert was scoring all those big yards and touchdowns.
Active
Garland was
offensive lineman. That's it. Guys can get out and hit their spots and create that maze. And your running backs know just where the holes are supposed to be because it's been scheduled. Boy, that's what I love about Kyle's run game. It's just connect the dots. And Mostert does that. Ooh, exactly. He does that well.
Yeah, Mostert, his vision is unreal. So when those linemen get downfield, he cuts right off of them. And being that
you can hear the bell going off.
Ding,
now. Ding, 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 boom.
Yeah, I would do left tackle now. I might get some heat for this, but I'm going to go out on the limb and say that our left tackle, I think that dude has solidified himself as being the best player on our team. right now, coming out of training camp.
You talking about Trent Williams?
His name.
Trent Williams.
Yes, Trent Williams. Yes, I think that dude has solidified himself. Anytime you can stonewall Bosa
I know.
and give him problems, man. I mean, Bosa couldn't win with initial moves. He had to go to second moves.
And Nick was in class the whole time. And Desmond, here's the thing. How many times do you think Nick Bosa is going to go back to his quarterback and say, hey, listen, you're completely safe on this left side?
Hey.
Nick! Oh! No, he's a bad
with that
man.
offensive line alone, Jimmy should throw for upwards of 4,500 yards.
It's been predicted.
I know
40,
we got a good
42.
Yeah, he should get 42, 45, at least 30 touchdowns, and we're going to be back up there. Opening day, the Cardinals is going to come in thinking we're going to run the ball, and I think they're going to be surprised that we're going to come out throwing the ball. Especially we got Jordan Reed and everything.
Oh yeah,
on the low.
It's going to be a nice
Jordan
mix.
Reed has come. Yes, he Shanahan has done a great job of attaining Jordan Reed. He's going to offset that Jamal Adams acquisition by Seattle, because you might can put Jamal on Kittle, but who else? Who you gonna put on Reed? You gonna put a safety? You gonna put a linebacker? It's an instant mismatch.
That's what we got to pull up.
Instant mismatch.
I'm going to see tomorrow. Let's continue this tomorrow if you get a chance.
No problem. Shout out to Empire. I'll get at y'all later.
All right, fam. Looking forward to it. And they ain't talked to you in a while, Desmond. Get on back here, man. Don't be so long now. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. I got you. I'll be here.
All right.
All right.
And let's go over to 904FL. I love when we talk about Jamal Adams. Where is Smiley? Smiley always has something disgusting to say just about the time he says something derogatory about his team. I love that. 904 Florida. Hello.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Hey, and who is this?
This Renzo S, brother.
Did you say Renzo? Renzo S?
Yes, sir.
What's up, my Renzo?
What's going on, man?
Don't I see you on the chat?
Yeah, man. I be at home, at work. Yeah.
Well, Renzo, then you must have some opinions, some disappointment, some delight, any of those things, or ain't happy about nothing, you know? I mean, on this roster build, and there's some players you might have wanted to see stay, some you wish you would have left. What's up?
Man, that Michael Hasty, man, I wanted to see him stay. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to see the guy stay because he been balling.
Everybody wanted to say, dude is bad, from what I understand.
And me, I'm down here in Jacksonville, Florida, representing the Niners.
Yeah.
And Juwan Jennings, here SEC, man, but if you ain't got no speed, man, you can't really thrive too much in Shanahan offense.
Yeah, and he wants you to be able to get some separation. You got to, but his route run, I don't know. Well, he'll be back on the practice squad. Maybe they can work with him and figure something out. Because everybody on this roster is not real fast, but they can know how to run route. So we'll see what happens.
Also, too, man, I am so tired of this clowning. I just want Lynch to just put that to sleep.
Jadavian ain't coming here. Hey,
no.
I would bet big on that. I might lose, but I don't think. But see, John Lynch, they asked John Lynch about clowning, and it sounded like John Lynch hung his head. We ain't got no money, and then they went and get D on the phone. D, we need to rework your contract. What? Get in here. So maybe he does wish he could get clowny. I don't know.
I think we should just stick with what we got because coming off that Super Bowl, man, our roster's set. And
is Clowney going to be a backup? Because he ain't starting. D's starting. And we don't even need to talk about the other side with Nick. So, I think you should just sign Trent Williams. They got that extra money. Sign him now. Let's not go through next year. No further developments in the Trent Williams 49ers contract agreement. No, I don't want to hear that. Renzo, I don't want to hear that not one time Please.
Nope.
The anxiety bothers me at the same time every year. Last year was Robbie Gould. This year we had to go through it with George. Please,
Yeah.
can we have? It's going to be bad enough next year, but not Trent. I don't care about who else is on the list because I'm ready for that, but not Williams.
Yeah.
You know?
Sign Trent right now because that price is going to go crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially comes out there and has an all-star year.
Yeah, I even put in a bid for you, Ronbo. I say, hey, man, y'all sign Ronbo.
You know, because this next year, Rizzo, we're going to have some trouble, man, because we got, if the guys get the Super Bowl and win it, everybody's going to say, I'm worth way more money than I'm getting paid. I got to talk to the Niners. And see, now that's going to be a problem.
But you know what I could see the Niners doing, though? Doing like New England, man. Once you keep winning, you can dictate the price you want to pay people. That's why we got to win this. We got to win this. Because that front office, man, hey, they know how to wang them numbers, man. They some hustlers up there.
Parag is a bad dude, man.
Yeah. He is that dude, man.
Well, he's going to have his work cut out for him next year because we got so many free agents. We got a lot of guys on one-year contracts, you know. You want to see Juice come back next year?
Yes, we need Juice. Juice is a big part of the offense. We need him.
He's got to be re-signed. Kendrick has got a one-year contract. Let's see what he looks like this year because Kendrick's going for the gold this year because Kendrick says, it's my last year. I got to get paid. I'm going to be showing out this year. Anybody trying to guard me is in trouble, you know.
Also, you know what hurts too? That Verrett, man, he was doing good in practice too, and he just can't stay healthy.
He can't. He really can't. His body.
I feel bad for the guy, man.
I do too, because he's actually good if he's healthy.
Yeah. Because he was putting up a fight over there with Mosley for that spot.
Yeah, and that's what I really appreciated, that he wasn't just laying back. No. Right. He says, you know what? None of these dudes can beat me playing, and it's questionable whether Sherm can beat me playing at this point in his career. Let me go back and show these people who I am. And he was coming on, you know. One clip I saw, one still, he can get up. He was all up on who that was, airborne. At the peak of the leap, he was up there and taking that ball out of play. I said, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ronbo, before I go, man, hey, what about your boy Spoon?
Rizzo, man, you had to make him my boy. Seeking Spoon, okay, he is my boy, though. He is on the all-Ronbo team. But, you know, I don't know what's going on with Spoon. He's got mental issues of some kind. Remember how he started last year, Renzo? The dude was balling.
Man, I was down there. I went to the Tampa game. I went down there. I was like, hey.
You seen him?
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
After that injury, man, Spoon, like you say, it's in his head, man. He got to find his way back. I was online, man. They were talking about trading him. I'm like, what? What the world's going on?
And then they said, okay, never mind. Because, you know, Verrett got hurt. You know. But how do you, if you're Spoon, how do you feel? Well, actually, the only reason they didn't get rid of me is because Verrett got hurt. So I don't know how I feel about that. You man up, Spoon, and you show them that they did the right thing. And if nothing else, you make yourself attractive for another team, if nothing else. You know, these guys, I don't know.
Also, too, if Sherm's contract, you know what I'm saying, is coming up, somebody got to take that spot next year. So
I know. It could have been Verrett. And then you put Mose into the side, or Spoon comes in and tries to see what he can do. Of course, we know so. Anyway. Fam, hey, good to hear from you, Rizzo. And now I see you that's Rizzo. Man, we going to go.
Yes, sir.
Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man. Representing down here, the Niner family in Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Yes. Awesome.
All right, Ronbo. Be safe, man. Hey,
you
love
too,
all
fam.
y'all Niners fans.
Hey, we love you back, too, fam. Look for you tomorrow. Night, Rizzo.
All right.
Rizzo. If you was wondering who Rizzo is when you see him in the chat, now you heard him. Hey, let's get on over here. Dion!
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, D. I know you've got some perspective on this roster and some things that you didn't expect to happen, maybe? Or did you expect everything that did happen? And is there any reason why Richie James is on this team still? D, here's the thing, D. I say that I'm joking, surely. But the thing is, there are some question marks on this team in a lot of our minds. If you had a choice between Hasty and knowing you're kind of a guy in these kind of situations, if you ask Dion, and I'm going to do it right now, if you had a choice between Michael Hasty and Tevin Coleman, I believe you take Tevin Coleman. Why? Because that's a sensible move because of his veteran leadership and his time in the league. And we ain't seen nothing from Hasty other than the fact of what we've heard. There's the question. What up? Am I right?
Oh no, man. I mean, you got a situation correct, man. It's hard because you like, Jermichael Hasty, you love what he brings to the table, but then at the same time, like you don't know, So I think what happens is, for me, I say just go ahead, you kind of make it, something easy for these guys, and I like the roster that we have right now. I really do. I feel like we're good enough. I feel like we're going to be able to make it. And, the only guys that I see right now that I feel like should have been there is going to be, probably, our regular free agents. We'll most likely have Josh Hokett, Jaron Maiden, Jermichael Hasty. We'll have
he'll be on the practice squad. Yeah.
We'll have these guys on the practice squad. They'll be there. I don't doubt that in any way, shape, or form. I think these guys will wind up on the practice squad. They'll be there. It'll be a situation where they're going to be, they'll be right there, and they're not going anywhere, man.
One other position I want to ask you about is Cyprian. Would you have kept Marcel Harris? Because you know what? You could have put Marcel on the practice squad, and I believe you'd been all right with that. And you could have put Cyprian in position to see, because, Kwaski T is famous for going down. I understand Marcel could come in and cover for him. But wouldn't Cyprian been a real safe bet?
He would have. Cyprian would have been definitely a safe bet. But here's the thing: they obviously feel like these injuries. One thing that the final roster told me was these injuries aren't big as people are making them out to be. That these injuries are actually easier to manage, and we're good. It doesn't make sense that we had so many injuries. But it does tell me that, hey, these guys are obviously, they're fine. Michael Hayes, K'Wan Williams is going to be good. So is everybody else. All these dudes, all that tells me is these dudes are perfectly fine. They're healthy. They're not going to have any problems, and we're going to be good. That's basically what it's telling me. That means that by week 1, all of our starters are going to be there. We're going to roll with plans as normal. And ain't nothing going to change.
And don't have to hold no classes because everybody there knows what they're doing. And that's a plus right there, too.
Yeah. And see, here's the thing. You had Jermichael Hasty get cut. Everybody's a little upset about that. I am, too, because I like the kid. I thought the kid was great, and I thought he was definitely the prototypical Shanahan back. But what I didn't see was the fact that we had a situation where Jermichael Hasty did wind up getting cut, but the other beautiful part about that is that you still have Jeff Wilson Jr. And the reason that you have Jeff Wilson Jr. is because why? Jeff Wilson Jr. knows he knows the system too. Yeah. You know what I mean? These are guys that know the system. They know exactly what's going on. So why not put them there? Why not have them as these where, you look at them and you go, okay, I already have a guy who knows my system. Why not put him out there and make sure that he does what he needs to do and have a guy that can receive out of the backfield? I don't have to teach him shit. Everything works out for a reason, and I think it's going to be a beautiful situation for us.
But
know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing, though. If Tevin Coleman comes out this year and does another imitation of Carlos Hyde, I am not going to be happy. Because that's what I'm saying. You already got Jerick McKinnon. You can let him beat up that line. I think they like TC because of. But you know what? TC does what I can actually ask Jeffrey Wilson Jr. to do. TC likes to slam up against the line of scrimmage. He's physical, right? Jeffrey Wilson is more physical and gets better yards. I could be wrong. You know, I'm becoming biased against TC, but if he shows out this year, I'll shut up and I'll apologize about that. But meanwhile, man, come on, man.
I mean, I get you. I get you with TC. I really do. But one thing you can't deny about the guy is the man had the touchdown. He had the TDs to go with the production.
I can't. You're right. You know, I got no. Yeah. I would lose in a court of law. Mr. Ronbo, sit down. It's just not substantial. TC has had several games. We won a couple of games for you. Shut up. I couldn't say nothing.
When it comes to McKinnon, what do I always say?
Oh, if the
man comes out, I will eat crow gladly. Yes. I won't have no quarrels and no qualms about it. I want him to win. I really do. For all those people that think I don't, I do. I want him to win. I like what he brings to the table. But I'm always going to err on the side of caution, and I'm always going to state the fact. The man has not been available.
And ain't showing us nothing. It's going to be funny, though. By week 5 or 6, let's compare these notes. I wanted TC out of here, and you're not happy with Jerick McKinnon until you see him show something. So we're going to see which one does have the most production by week 6, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see exactly what happens. I already know it's going to be a beautiful situation.
It's going to be funny.
Man, I'm about to... It's gonna be funny, man. We both probably gonna be over here like, we really gotta eat crow. We gonna eat crow together. We will.
Jerick McKinnon's going to become like your chicken wings, your pizza, your nachos. He's gonna be right there with all those favorites as far as football this year. I'm telling you right now. Jerick McKinnon is your favorite Bruce sitting there with the big sudsy head. That's Jerick for this football team. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's him.
You're not going to sell Dion that.
Yeah, man. I'm going to try my best, man. Like I said, I'm gonna eat crow, and it's going to be the situation it is. And that's what we're going to do, man. I ain't about to sit up here and act like I'm better than anyone or holier than thou, so to speak.
It's fun to make these predictions, though. It's okay. So I'm off the TC wagon. Dion has not climbed on the Jerick McKinnon one. We're going to see what happens. We're going to go. Let me see it tomorrow, though.
Oh, yeah, Ronbo. Monday Night Raw, man. Appreciate the platform.
No, it's only Saturday. I got confused, too. We Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't tell them what's going to develop between now and tomorrow, though. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah, we will. We will definitely see, man. But I appreciate the platform. Appreciate what you do. Love you, brother.
Thanks,
Keep on doing it. And remember what I say at the end of every call. At the end of the day, if you're in here, get your ass and hit that like button and that subscribe button. You don't have a Ronbo, you'll never have a Ronbo, and you won't be as Ronbo. Have a good evening, baby. Nothing but love for you.
Thanks, Dion. Appreciate you, fam. And fam, make sure you click on Dion Johnson. As you can see, he is a man of very deep thinking when it comes to football, and he's got his own content he wants you to check out. Dion Johnson, you'll see him in there. And some of y'all are arguing with him. You know who he is. Hey, Slavin Robert, 19. I see you. Thank you, fam. He said, so what are we going to do with $19 million salary cap now? Maybe Clowney or maybe sign Trent Williams to long term or maybe sign another receiver. Oh, good Lord. Is there any other receivers available now? I don't think there's another receiver we'd be going after, though, Slavin. The best spend on this would be for Trent Williams. And Ryan Rebel D, thanks, fam. Is about to get underway for the season. Shout out to John V and IB. Super happy we're about to get things started. I figured we would keep most of our team intact. Go Niners! I know, right? I don't know why we expected. There were some things we thought might change, but not everything. And even though I'm not crazy about TC, I knew he was going to make the team. I knew it. So I know it. And we got rid of a guy that I might have liked to see more of, though. The Mack. Return of the Mack. Oh, it is. Return of the Mack. Mack, what's up?
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man, we're sitting there watching the 49ers bring back almost exactly the same team with Javon Kinlaw standing in for DeForest Buckner, and, of course, Brandon Ayuk standing in for Eman Sanders. We're pretty much the same team as we were last year. We added Flanagan Foles to the linebacker group, but he is a guy that knew a lot about what the 49ers did last year. So the 49ers stuck with guys they don't have to teach nothing every day because we're still a Super Bowl team. When you're a contender, you don't change too much unless you have to. That's why we got all those guys on one-year contracts. So we should have expected this. But are you happy with this roster? You okay with this?
Yeah, I like it. I'm kind of the Keller Witherspoon trade is a little interesting because they said that the story was that they told him he's one of the best corners, but they're still gonna trade him. So that's a little interesting.
You're one of the best. You're one
But
of the best guys we got on this team.
I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to trade him because they like Jared Maiden. Because if he was reading the stories out of camp, he was playing corner, he was playing outside corner, he was playing nickel, and he was playing safety.
He can play both.
So if you think about it, who do we lose to Seattle a couple of weeks ago?
Wasn't that our DJ Reed?
DJ Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're missing that guy in case, somebody gets hurt. Like if K1 goes down, then right now we don't have nobody because Barrett hurt. Now unless you slide E-Man in and Akello, but
they'll make J-Dub play that. And put Tavares at the top. I figure that's what they do, because Dub used to play the slot. But you see, I like Jared Maiden, and I wanted. If you're gonna go by quality, Mac, see you can't just throw Spoon away and get nothing. That was what the 49ers probably think. Man, we can't just let him walk. He'll go right over to this other club and sign for whatever. We got to keep him. So.
Yeah. But the other thing is, I like Jermichael Hasty, but I understand it though. At the end of the day.
Yeah. Same with Jennings.
Go ahead. Yeah, Jennings too. Yeah. I thought they would have kept 7 receivers, but it's only 6, right?
Yeah, the math. They had to leave one spot open for Fred Warner to come off the COVID list, which is really worrying me because he's been on there for 5 days now. Last time, I think Richie got taken off after 5 days. If Fred stays on there in the middle of the week, we have a problem. That means he really has
we got 7. Yeah, we're a week till game day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
That's right. I know, right?
But we still be fine. Yeah.
I know, but I don't want him to have no severe case of COVID. That messes you up, your lungs and stuff, man. He's got to come back.
Yeah, because he was in football shape. Now he's gonna be out of shape because he's been sitting down all week.
I bet he hasn't.
Because they had him out. They had him out for a while before they found out. They said he had COVID, which is interesting.
Yeah, they said they was protecting him from himself because Fred goes hard. Fred was going hard, too. Fred was out there blasting dudes on the hits. Fred, chill out, man. It's practice. That's your guy. So, Fred's, he didn't say much. He said a little bit. But Fred is burning up about that Super Bowl. They know. Every last one of those guys know we were the better team and should have won that Super Bowl. But 1 or 2 goofy mistakes. And that's what they were, goofy mistakes. It wasn't the Chiefs was just outplaying the 49ers or running them off the field. Hell, Mahomes had 2 INTs himself. So it wasn't like that. Yeah. They gave that game away. Fred is mad. Yeah. And he should be.
It's just a lot of things going on, like the cornerback room. And it's interesting because really Akello is a better man corner than E-Man, but, people.
Yeah, other people believe that too.
But it's just Akello's head. Yeah.
But Mac, you may be right, and the 49ers want to play more man this year on certain occasions. This is gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. If Maiden makes the team, you know why? If once they trade Akello, they wanted Maiden. Because they kept it quiet. Like, you didn't hear nothing about Maiden being released until that list came out.
Mm-hmm. He'll be
So
back tomorrow.
They wanted him. Yeah, they wanted him bad, but
He'll be back tomorrow.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But it also was a rumor out about them wanting Alex Mack. That's why they cleared a lot of room, because Alex Mack is he has an $8 million cap hit, so it was
But
a rumor.
you have
That's
to
why they
trade
cleared.
for Mack. Because
But I mean, he's 35, so it wouldn't have been 6-7 round pick.
you know what though, with offensive linemen, they can play a little longer. Alex Mack probably has another year or so left of productivity, but Alex Mack is so brilliant in Kyle Shanahan's offense. He can look at a defense within a second and tell you exactly what to do, and that'd be huge for Jimmy G. Because Alex Mack, they say Mack is one of the biggest reasons why Matty Ice was MVP that year.
Mm-hmm. He's a free agent next year too. After this year, so
they're going after him next year because we've had him with Weston Richburg. They have.
Yeah. But Ronbo, he looks fine though. Like, if you seen that on the 49ers page, he was walking, he was in the camera and everything. He seems fine to me, but I don't know.
They put him on he can't come back till week 6. Man.
All right, Ronbo. I ain't gonna tie you up no more.
No, that's good stuff, Mac. I tell you what, I'm gonna get him back here tomorrow if you get a chance. All right? Looking for you. All right, Phil.
Have a good night.
You too. Patrick, my homeboy, give me a break, man. You guys, you got beat for 3 damn quarters. You got lucky in the 4th quarter. Who's lying? You the one lying. You didn't beat the 49ers up. You lucked out. Hey, Jerry, come on in, man. Oh, Jay, man. Is that Jay up in the big rig, Jay? Jay!
Ronbo.
Yo, Jay, what's up?
What's going on?
Jay, man, we're looking at the roster right now. And we should actually, you know what? If we had any sense, we would appreciate the fact that 49ers are bringing back all polished vets in the system, because Kyle Shanahan's system takes too long to learn and move at high speed. But,
That's it.
There's some people just wanted to see if they would work in the future. But like Elliot was saying, we didn't pick in no new bodies except for 2, but they'll probably be fine. When you get Javon Kinlaw and, of course, Brandon Ayuk, that's good stuff there. You already tell.
They first round pick.
Yeah. So you happy with this roster?
Yeah. I mean, basically, only thing I ain't happy about all these fans who don't know nothing, man.
Oh, we go.
Who keep calling up here crying about 7th round picks and undrafted free agents on the Super Bowl window, Super Bowl caliber team. Do y'all know anything? Yeah, we had undrafted and 7th round picks when we was 4-12, 6-10, 2-14 when we was sorry. Yeah, them undrafted picks. Yeah, we loved them then. Yeah, but now people want to come to us. We ain't that same garbage team. There ain't nobody want to come and play for.
And Jay, you know what? It took us a while to get out of that mentality. When Trent Baalke was running things, we sort of accepted an ass whooping every week and said, we go get better someday. You're right. We need to climb out of that thinking, actually. So you're right. I agree.
Even when Cal and them came on, because Cal and them had so much success finding undrafted talent when we couldn't get other talent to come in here. And them undrafted free agents had to play, But we crying about Jamal Hasty. We don't even know if he can take it. He ain't even played not one down in NFL. We don't even know if he could hold on to the ball, take a hit.
True.
We don't know what he can do on that field for real.
Very true.
To put him over Tevin Coleman, a veteran.
Okay.
Y'all forget, and the thing about Tevin Coleman, he got speed too. Y'all forgetting about Carolina? Y'all forgetting about it wasn't Raheem Mostert who beat the Vikings in the playoffs.
Oh,
it was Tevin Coleman.
Oh, God, Jay
I'm just saying.
Got me on that. Oh, my, he's right. Jay, my problem is if Shanahan would not start him every Sunday, I'm right, though. It's probably right that he started him.
Though.
Yeah?
Yeah, because look how many running backs, superstar running backs
I know.
that get 30 carries a game by the time they get to the playoffs, they wore down.
Good point.
You feel what I'm saying?
Good point. And you don't want Heem out there. You might as well let Heem. It's like Phil Jackson used to say, because I used to watch the Lakers, because Phil Jackson always fascinated me how he ran that team. And the Bulls, too. Jackson says it's not who starts the game, it's who finishes. Yeah. I hear you. Okay.
And what are we about? Are we about numbers, getting 1,000 yards running back, or are we about winning a Super Bowl? Didn't this mixture of 3-4 backs? We had 3 backs go over 600 yards last year. That was never done, and we went to the Super Bowl. So how can y'all hate on Cal when y'all see what Cal does with using 3 backs work?
Jay's coming in confusing us with facts. Oh my God, I don't even know what to do now. Jay, preach on, brah. I'm gonna say nothing about TC for the rest of the night.
And then they talking about developing players. You don't develop players on your 53-man roster. You develop them on a practice squad. That's what practice is for. Development. Practice squad.
Gospel truth.
And we got a veteran team. We try to win a Super Bowl. We ain't trying to develop young players. We get to that bridge when we cross it. You know what I mean? We ain't worried about that. We try and win a ring. Only thing that bothers me about this roster is you got Curry, Heider, and Solomon Thomas backing up our DNs.
Jay, have you ever seen Corey Heider? Is he? I can't wait to see him in action because Kasurik loves him.
No, yeah, I ain't seen him, but I know he ain't big as Street and Givens. You know, and they gonna mostly be in the inside, so that leaves Solomon Thomas and Heider, you know, on the outside, you know, backing up D4, Armstead, and Bosa.
You know what? Don't we have somebody else? I don't think they're going to try their best not to put Solomon T outside. Who else could?
Well, they ain't gonna have no choice. There, you know what I mean? the way they got that lineup set up, you know, we ain't got Ronald Blair gone for 6 weeks, so who else gonna come off that edge?
I wonder, because you're right. Solomon T's the fastest guy, but Solomon gets locked up immediately. It seems as soon as he comes off the. I don't know. Let me look at that line group again. Go ahead, continue. I'll be back in a second. What else? Because you're making all kind of sense.
And Cal receivers, you see the 6 receivers he got is the 6 receivers he done drafted since he been here. Minus Jalen Hurd. You know what I mean? Except Kendrick Bourne, but he was undrafted, but you might as well say he drafted. He played for no other team.
So yeah, that's and Kyle hates being wrong on anything he picks up because CJ is still taking up a roster spot. You know, I'm looking. Okay, 9: Eric Armstead, Bosa, Ford, Gibbons, Kerry Hyder Jr. is going to be the guy for now. DJ Jones, Javon Kinlaw, Kentavious Street.
That's it.
Because Street's an interior lineman too, basically. Yeah, I guess you know what.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, unless you're gonna just, you know what though, you don't take both guys out. When you got Reed and Bosa, you're gonna spell one at a time, and Heider can handle that job. Come off of both edges.
And put Armstead in there. I mean, that's five. That's 5, but you know what I mean. I don't see Heider and Solomon Thomas is very good. I mean, they might do a solid job on the outside, but I don't see them getting over 5-6 sacks apiece from the outside.
And if I have to choose between Heider and Solomon T, I'm going to go with Heider because Heider's just a bigger guy. Solomon T gets handled for some reason coming off the edge. But on the inside, his speed is an advantage. He can do an Aaron Donald on you. You know, before the dude stands up, Solomon's already passed him. Like Donald's already passed the guy in Los Angeles. Donald's just a nasty dude, man. So if Solomon T could do anything to imitate what he does, boy, we'd be sitting in Fat City, wouldn't we? Man.
Oh, yeah. And Clowney signing with Tennessee for $12 million. So
12? He finally got his money. I
think our money should go to Trent Williams, though. I think that's what they make a cap from. But they don't want Trent Williams to come out here and be top 10 in the top 100 and, you know what I mean, be the number one tackle in NFL after this season, and he asked for $25 million a year.
I know. So you better pay him now.
Yeah, so you better get him wrapped up now with like 18, 19 a year.
Jay, I'm telling you. Hey, we're going to go, Jay. I'm going to tell you what, man. I'm going to look at you tomorrow, Sunday, because I know you work 7 days a week. The hardest man on the road is Jay.
Oh, yeah. You know I'm out here. The Lord is always good.
Yes, indeed. All right, Jay. I'll see you tomorrow, fam. Good
All
stuff.
right. Have a blessed night, Rambo. Have a blessed night, faithful. That's what I'm talking about. Super Bowl 55, 49 is going to take it all away. Niners! Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's get it.
Yes, there he is. My dude. Jay, rolling that harvest. Bringing that cargo. Go, Jay. Catch you off. Hey.
Have a blessed one, Rambo.
You too, fam. And let's go to Miss Piggy. Oh no, it's P Diggy. Hey, Diggy, I ain't seen you in forever. What's up?
Ronbo, what's going on, man?
Just sitting back here looking at what the 49ers did with the roster. I'm thinking some of us wanted some drama added to this particular day. And then others, in the back of your mind, you know better. The 49ers are going to go with what they know. And the guys they picked up and kept, or retained, the rest of the guys that came in here over the past few weeks, we should have known. They were in there just to facilitate practice. They were never taken seriously. We're going to bring some guys back that look good for the practice squad and try to work with them. But otherwise, anybody else came in, it was just get paid for a few weeks. So, are you okay with this roster? Anything you would like to change or would have seen done differently?
Right. Rob, I'm going to, real quick before we get into that, I'm going to not to put my business out. I ain't going to talk too long because, unfortunately, I'm calling from my hospital bed right now because I got diagnosed with COVID.
Oh.
And
but you sound
good.
It's
been a rough 2 weeks.
You got past the worst part.
Got past the worst part. I had my
good.
They had me on 10 liters of oxygen, Ronbo.
Oh.
It was bad. But yeah, I'm in much better shape right now. I've been progressing day by day. I think I actually may get released tomorrow or Monday at the latest.
Good.
But real quick with the roster, Ronbo. I mean, I think we overreacting a little bit. I mean, and I think I heard you addressed it not too long ago, a few minutes ago. We're a Super Bowl team. I mean, and we're not as old as, I hear some people saying, well, we got a good bit of young guys last year. I think this roster is a great mix. And as far as Hasty goes, Hasty had looked well. Yes, but those guys are going to be on the practice squad. The fact that we didn't have preseason games, a lot of guys got hidden out. I know we're following them, and we're hearing from our insiders and what's going on, but we're going to have those guys.
True.
We're going to have them. I'm not worried about it. I think people act like we were hurting in the run game last year. But we're not one of the best teams in the league running the ball yet.
If one thing we weren't hurting is the run game. Nobody wants to deal with the 49ers run game. We beat up everybody. Yeah.
Everybody. So, I mean, it's like, let's pump the brakes. We're going to be okay. We're deep. I mean, we're a team that won the Super Bowl last year. I say won the Super Bowl. We should have won Rumble. Don't get me started with that. I know you just talked about it a few minutes ago. People act like
I'm still like Chiefs. And Chiefs fans running around pumping their chest like, yeah, we beat up the 49ers. They ain't beat up nothing. You got gifted. We gave that game to you. Walking around talking. But yeah, I agree.
Right. Yeah. So. Yeah, but no, I think we're good. Look, if nothing else, Lynch and Shanahan has shown us that we can trust what they've been doing with the roster. I mean, think about where this team came from when those guys took over and where we at and the pieces that we have in place. I mean, we are deep. we are deep. You know, I hear everybody talking about Jawan Jennings. I mean, you know, Jennings gonna be there for the practice squad. Those guys are gonna be there. So if I got one issue, Ronbo, coming off of last year, that I kind of had an issue, and I don't, you know, we didn't get to see preseason games, and I know he just came back. One of the biggest things that irked me last year was Richard James Jr. in that damn return game.
I don't know anybody that says they love Richie's return game.
We get no field position out of the return game.
70% of the time.
That's
I would
the one
say
thing I was
70% of
hoping
the
that
time.
we might have would have gotten from Tavon Austin.
Yes, that's why I was pulling so hard for him. Come on, Tavon, he got hurt. I was so upset. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so if I got any gripe, it may be there. I do think Jonathan Cyphern would have been good to possibly, you know, keep around too, but we'll see how it all plays out. Like you said, I don't know what they're going to do with Spoon in that aspect, but your boy Spoon. But I will say, I do think Kendrick Bourne going to have a big year though.
Oh, yeah. Kendrick's, you know, he's that kind of guy. I got a feeling when he puts his mind to something, look out. Because, see, Kendrick's been relaxed because he's the guy that comes in off the bench to take over if anybody gets hurt. But Kendrick is now the designated man, the veteran of the squad, who pretty much him and Jimmy G know each other better than anybody on the team, not named Trent Taylor, right? So he should be just really something special this year. I'm looking forward to what Kendrick brings.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm interested to see how things, you know, how it all plans out with no preseason and all of that. But it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it, Ronbo. We should have a great year, man. We should pick right up where we left off last year.
I think so, and better, because like last year, you had a bunch of kids, very talented kids, who needed more experience, and I knew it from last year. Right at this time of year, as you know what, they look good. But they need polish. They need experience. They need to see some things, and then they'll know how to react. You get the 49ers now, I'd love to play the Chiefs right now. They'd run them off the damn field. And you know why? Because what they learned is this. You make adjustments, and you stay with them. You got one problem. You had the right guard. Person was not allowing Jimmy G to go through his progressions or anything else. Jimmy had his progressions over as soon as the ball got snapped because he knew that dude was going to be in over person within a heartbeat, right? So people get mad at Jimmy because he wasn't looking around. Well, Jimmy didn't have time to look around. He did what he had to do, get rid of the ball. Because we quit running the ball because they started crashing the box. Why? Because what they did is they figured out, don't pay any attention to 49ers pre-snap movements. Just stay home. The Honey Badgers clued them on that. Again, there's experience. Just stay home.
Right.
Keep them from running. If we can stop from running, we might have a chance. Because otherwise, they were about to get blown off the field, and they knew it. So they did what they had to do. I give them credit for that. They made the right adjustment at the right time because the game was about to get away. If we scored one more time,
it was about to get away.
It was over. They got away.
I just hate we ain't finished the deal. God.
Yeah. Again, young. Okay. See, now George Kittle knows, do not extend your arm on those plays, please, George. If the refs are working the way they are, you know the refs. You know how the refs are going to play the game early in the game. They call that bogus call. Okay, fine. Okay. Next time, now, and they're also allowing freewheeling on the defensive side and offensive sides of the defensive lines, right? They're allowing holding. Right. They're allowing any and everything. Jimmy G got clipped. They didn't call that. So they let the guys play. Okay. The only thing I wish is we would have gave them some of their same medicine. Since the refs aren't calling it, maybe they wouldn't have been calling it against us. Why don't we hold them, right? Why don't we knock Patrick Mahomes in the next week? You know, do it. The experience.
Right.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Next year, we'll do it.
Right. Is D Ford healthy, Ronbo?
He says he is. Diggy, we'll see.
Man, it makes so much of a difference to that defense if D Ford is full strength.
Night and day. But Diggy, we ran out of time having too much fun. Diggy, I'm so delighted that you shared that with us and that you're doing fine. It's a great feeling to know. I don't want to hear anybody I know going down with that terrible virus. What am I saying? I don't want to hear anybody I don't know going down with that virus. It's terrible. So
I
good
know.
to hear
I
you're
heard you
doing well.
talking about it earlier with Fred Warner. I'm curious. I'm curious what the actual situation is.
Yeah, because if we don't hear anything in a couple of days, because Richie James got me off of there within 5 days. Now, this is 5 days. Okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Diggy, and
All right,
call us from
Ronbo. I
home.
appreciate you, man.
If you don't call tomorrow, call. You're going home Monday. Make sure you give us a ring, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Ronbo. Take care
Appreciate
now.
you too, Diggy. Night, fam.
All right. Yep. Bye.
And Alice.
Hello?
Ellis.
Yo.
Yeah. Ellis,
Peace,
it's all
peace,
over,
peace,
man.
Sammy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ellis, it's all over, man. You got your team. And is that all good with you? I'm not allowed to say anything about Tevin Coleman. I already promised I would.
Who the hell you promised that to?
I just told Jay that because, Jay makes sense. All right, we don't know enough about Jamichael Hasty. We just know he sounds, we didn't see anything. Let's go back and watch his college clips. He's got juke, he's got boogie, he's got a lot of stuff. But we don't know, and the 49ers even said, you don't know how he's going to act. NFL impact is a lot different than college, right? So we don't know how well he'd do. So Kyle says, I can't take no chances. I'm going to put him on the practice squad. And, of course, that's what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So some of the guys we want, Jennings, he's not going anywhere. He'll be on the practice squad. So, it's okay.
Yeah. I'm good with it. I wouldn't say there's just too much history with TC and Kyle.
Yeah.
And that wasn't going to happen. They were not going to cut Tevin Coleman.
Not a chance.
And they were able to restructure the contract and get some money with D4. We've been talking. How long have we? I know I was one of the first people talking about why the hell hasn't D4 restructured his contract?
Right.
So thank God, man. Everybody give a round of applause for D motherfucking Ford, please. Excuse my French. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to you because that 20%, time on the field out of 16 games in the season, baby, we cannot have, my man. But shout out to you, though. But yeah, that was good. There's no way, and what I was gonna be mad about. I mean, I would have been I wouldn't have been as mad just because I like Jeffrey Wilson Jr. a lot, and I feel like he's going to do some damage for us in time to, in due time. But, it would have been definitely would have been a lot to talk about, in the sports world if TC would have got cut and we'd have kept Jamichael Hasty. And because of the relationship and the history, and he's really still a quality player and stuff like that, I'll give it to him, But Jamichael's one of those guys, he looks like he can make a play. Make the play. You know what I'm saying? TC kind of needs the hole. He needs things to kind of be set up for him so he can do his damage. You know what I'm saying? But being able to make things happen on his feet and getting into those tight creases and stuff like you was talking about with Jamichael, there's a difference in those kind of, backs. But again, him being on the practice squad, as long as he's still a Niner in some capacity, along with Juwan and even, Kerry Heider. I mean, not Kerry Heider, the other tight end. I forgot his name. Chase Harrell. I heard some good things about Harrell. I heard some good stuff about him. So hopefully they might keep him on the practice squad too.
I would bet for sure. Almost.
Yeah. Just as long as we keep a lot of those quality guys on a practice squad, and they'll still be a Niner, then I'm good with it. We had to start the season like this, and I'm really glad. It was going to be 7. It was either going to be 7 receivers and 3 tight ends, or 4 tight ends and 6 receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyle made an executive decision from just what I'm looking at, and keeping those double tights. I seen something about George was talking about playing with 4 tight ends. I don't know how they would do that on the field wise, or maybe he was just saying having all 4 tight ends. But that would be unfair to any team.
Oh.
To any team. I'm telling you, that would just be unfair. But that's why I'm glad we got those guys.
They got wide receiver speed, so that really would be interesting.
Yeah.
Kyle may try it too, because how he is. If there's an innovation, he'll make it.
At least double tights, at least double tight ends like the Ravens were kind of utilized a bit last year and stuff like that. We need that. You know what I mean? They were running some pretty good plays, having those tight ends on their team. And I mean, that's just an example off the top of my head. And they're one of the better teams like us. So I'm glad, man. I'm glad it looks good. The roster looks good. I'm liking that defensive line. I want to see more Katavius. I'm glad we kept Kerry Heider, and I think Sally's going to come through bigger this year. He's going to do some things, and he'll be able to kind of clean up. Because wait a minute, we got him in the first round, and he was the third pick, right?
And actually, the number 2 pick, because we traded down, because the Bulls thought
God.
Trubisky was the guy, and now he's over there battling.
I'm so glad we didn't get him.
Start.
I'll take Solly over Mitch Trubisky. You know what?
Yeah,
fuck it.
I agree.
I'll take Solly T over Mitch. Okay. I'm glad we didn't do that because I know there was some talks going on about that at that time, and I was like, a little finicky there. You know, man. Shout out to Solly T, man. He's gonna come clean up, man. But I feel good, man. I'm really glad we, with the receivers, Kyle's keeping his his core guys. He's keeping Richie, he's keeping Dante.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of Poindexter. Maybe Poindexter will be on a practice squad too, or somebody might pick him up because he was good. Hopefully he wants to stick around though too. But
those guys in the practice squad are going to be an injury away from coming in any time too. So if anything,
absolutely,
Kyle wants to hurry up and get them up to speed on that practice squad because there's some probably things they don't know about the offense because it's a tough offense. So guys who really know it well can play fast and be more devastating. So I understand what he's thinking.
Yeah, but I'm glad. Juwan does have some work that he needs to do. I think a little bit. He does got to get his speed up, man. That was one of the things that I noticed when he was playing at Tennessee is that he really wasn't getting separation. And he is big. He's got the long arms and he's got the attributes. He's a player. He's a dog. He's perfect in that capacity. But maybe just picking up his speed and stuff like that, just so he can be more effective. I think he wants to be more effective. So in any in any arena, when you want to get better, you got to work on your challenge, the things you have the most challenges with, or that
there's
might be
nothing he can do about
so it's just,
his speed, though. That's a God gift or not, right? So, but he can make his route running sharper, because that can sometimes work in your favor too. Because you look at quickness sometimes as being something good too. If he can be quick, get in, because Kendrick Bourne's not really hella fast, but Kendrick can get in and out of a route in a blink, and that's how his strength is.
Yeah.
Because a receiver, he'll lose a defender like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, Cyprian, I don't know. I think he spoke too soon. I was going to say that when he was talking about he's not going to be a practice squad player. He kind of, you're in a 49ers uniform temporarily, my guy. You got to be a little bit more humble than that. I like that maybe he felt like he was,
better
he was a little bit better than that. But
yeah.
See, so I think that might have squeezed him out there.
That's an attitude issue to the coaching staff. So But fam, we're going to go.
Tim Harris, hopefully we keep Tim.
I got to cut a little short tonight.
Hopefully we get Tim on the practice squad. Yeah, all good, family. Always. I appreciate you. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe to the Ronbo Sports, man, now. And shout out to everybody in the chat, all the Niner faithful. And y'all, we here, we here now. You know what I mean? No turning back.
Yeah, Ellis, fam.
All right, champion. Always.
See you tomorrow. All right.
Respect.
There's Ellis. Oh, my God. In our chat, you got a Chiefs fan and a Hawks fan, and the two clucking birds are already planning a Super Bowl. I mean, really? The Seahawks? Alex, come on in, man.
What's up, Big Ronbo?
Alex, man, I'm looking at the roster, and you know how you go to the movie, you know the movie what to expect, so you don't get all excited. So I kind of knew what to expect today. I was looking for just one of those things to give you a little zing. There's no zing. We're going back with the same guys who came in, and like I said, with DeForest Buckner being substitution, and substituting tonight for DeForest Buckner is Javon, I almost call him Clowney, Javon Kinlaw, and standing in as we continue our production at wide receiver for E-Man Sanders, it is Brandon Ayuk. And we just continue.
Yes, sir.
This is like the rest of the league doesn't want to hear it, though, because the 49ers are still coming back a little smarter, a little more maturity, and probably going to play a little faster. Now, what do you got? Oh, I like this. But what do you think about the roster? You okay with this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too surprised with how it came out. I will say, like, the biggest surprise that I found personally was Flanagan Foles. He totally was like off my radar, and I don't even know why.
I know, right? That did right there. Yeah.
But I heard he was doing pretty good. I heard he was doing pretty good at linebacker, and it sounds like maybe he could be a pretty good special teamer. So I think that's how we kept Harris. That's how we kept Flanagan Foles, because we were thinking about special teams. Because Cyprian wasn't going to play special teams.
No, he made that clear.
Right. Obviously. So I am a little surprised that we kept Al Shazier. I forget. I don't never know how to say his name. 51.
Al-Shair.
Al-Shair. I think his name Al-Shair. Yeah. I just didn't really think he showed too much last year that was worthy of keeping him around, even on special teams.
Did you know that he was coming off an ACL and not that long? I was surprised to hear about that. Yeah, you didn't know either, right? Yeah, they said he was coming off an ACL tear.
Really?
That's just my reaction. Really? Okay. Well, let's see what he looks like a year removed.
That changes things for sure. That definitely changes things how you see him. Plus, I mean, he was I think he's an undrafted rookie, and so I mean, yeah. I mean, I trust Kyle, obviously. I mean, more than my own opinion, or no offense, but any of our own opinion. Like, I trust Kyle over everybody. So, like I said, I'm not too surprised with how this shook out. It pretty much happened the way that even the wide receivers. I mean, everyone's coming back, but Sanders, like you're saying, and man, I have a good feeling about Ayuk. I don't know why, but for me personally, whenever I think about him and like what he could be, I guess like what his ceiling could be, it's like Odell Beckham potential that I see with the guy.
Yeah,
I think he's going to take a lot of slants to the house this year.
That too. Yeah.
I think he's going to take a lot of slants to the house this year, and he's got those long arms, so Jimmy just got to throw it out in front, away from the DB, and then if he truly does have that 4.3 speed, I mean, he's gone.
And you watch his film. He actually he has a gearbox. The guy, you see when he first gets the ball, and then all of a sudden he hits like Fast and Furious. He hits the nitrous or something, and he just takes off.
Gone.
Is that Jerry Rice fear speed, or what is that? Look at that. He is out of here. They're not going to catch him.
It's pretty incredible to watch that guy fly around for sure.
Yeah, and now he's healed up. After his core was taken care of, he's even better shape now than he was last year playing for Arizona. So I can't wait to see this.
He looks like he gained a lot of weight over, like a lot of muscle over the off season. So he got big, he got strong, and faster. I mean, from what I can tell, at least
that's smart too.
Just
coming to the NFL, you need to be a little bigger, a little stronger if you can be. Because all these guys are going to gain some size. That grown man strength, as they call it. Can you imagine Javon Kinlaw gaining grown man strength? What is that like?
Well, I mean, if he's this big now and he's doing okay right now, his trajectory stays up, man, that guy.
The Incredible Hulk. That's gonna be funny.
He's gonna stand out on that field, Ronbo. When we see him out there, we're gonna be like, holy crap, dude! Look at this dude, Kinlaw.
Alex, it was really funny though. Trent Williams has never met a 49er he didn't like, right? He said all kind of things about everybody on the team, and even says Kinlaw is probably a candidate to win Rookie of the Year. So I said, Trent, I'm gonna you say nothing but nice things about everybody, but then again, wait, he doesn't say anything about everybody. He doesn't say anything about Dante Pettis.
Yeah.
So I can trust him.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, hey, why not trust him? He's one of the best left tackles in the league. He would know knows a good D lineman when he sees one.
Sure.
I'm gonna take his word for it until I see otherwise.
Right. He likes McGlinchey a lot. He says McGlinchey's got the potential to be great. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but hey, honestly, shout out to this dude D Ford, man. He took one for the team, like legit, man. What team have you seen high-end players take these kinds of restructures with? Even Quan Alexander, and I mean, you can say Jerick McKinnon, even though he was injured, but I mean, people want to play for us, Ronbo, and that's a good sign for our front office. That's a good sign that, you know, these guys want to play with each other. We're going to continue that continuity. We're going to continue, like you're saying, like just tightening up all the loose little bolts that we put together last year. We're gonna come out hot, man. Especially if Deebo's ready week 1. I don't know if he will be or not, but if he's ready week 1, Ronbo.
I hope we play him
sparingly.
I am too. Yeah, let Kendrick carry the load this year, and if Ayuk is ready, let Kim carry the load, and make Dante work Trent Taylor a lot. You know, because Taylor's going to be awesome this year. Alex, watch Trent Taylor. I'm picking him as a dark horse guy of this team that carries the load.
Okay,
if he's ready to roll, look out.
Okay. Hey, that's not a bad little guess. I think Trent Taylor could be first or second in touchdowns. At least, yeah. I think he'll be like first or second in touchdowns because I think he's going to get a lot of red zone looks because he can get that quick separation in the slot, and he's got that quick release.
You need a first down, TT. Alex, we're going to go because I'm going to cut it short tonight. So I'm going to tell you what. Let's see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, man. You have a great night, Ronbo.
You too, Alex. Appreciate you getting in here too. All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks, man. You too. Night.
Okay. Well, I just want to say one thing about these people. The Hawks and Chiefs, listen, if it was all you take was having a great quarterback, then Tom Brady, how come he doesn't win? Well, he does win a lot, but he's better than both your guys, and he lost last year. It takes more than just a super quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Guys, if you're going to add content to the chat, please don't be stupid. Hey, John V, come on in, man.
My man. Ronbo, what's happening, brother?
I'm just laughing at these guys, man. Because if it takes all you have to have is a great quarterback to win, well, what happened to Aaron Rodgers last year? What happened to Tom Brady? Matty Ice. The list goes on and on. But John, let us not dwell upon the people in the chat that know nothing about football. Let us now, John, get your opinion about this roster as it is right now. Johnny, what do you think? Are you okay with this?
I'm good with it, Ronbo. I'm actually I'm good with it. I'm not surprised about Juwan Jennings. I think we knew he was going to end up on the practice squad or elsewhere. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, 4.7 speed isn't going to get it done, not in Shanahan's system. So, Demetrius Flanagan Foles, though, Ronbo. That dude is he can be a safety. He played safety in Arizona, so maybe he's versatile and they like it. So I was surprised by it, but I'm good with it. I like him. I'm not crazy about rushing Deebo back. I really don't want to hurry him back at all. Yeah,
I don't think Kyle's.
I mean,
Kyle's
I know
too smart for that. He won't.
I know Kyle wants him, and I'm sure, you know, but Kyle needs to just chill pill on that, bro, because I don't want him back too soon. Let him rest it up, man. We don't need anything going. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going to happen the first game against Arizona, but I certainly don't want to rush him out for something stupid.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessary to run Deebo too hard in that game anyway. You know what? I really want this to be a Trent Taylor, Kendrick Bourne game. I really think that can
certainly
work. Because I've already got
exactly
Jordan,
what it should be.
Exactly. But I got Jordan Reed and George Kittle. Man, Dante can play in this game. You know, Deebo does not have to play. They're not going to be able to stop the 49ers offense. There's just no way. And I got Jerick McKinnon. No. He's ready to play. You've got our running backs. There is nothing the Cardinals could do. We have to worry about stopping them. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. The offense I'm not even worried about. I just want to know if our defense is ready for Kyler Murray. There's no other team in our division I'm concerned about but the Cardinals. Murray in that bullet-like speed of his. That guy scares me. I'm up to the truth.
That's Ronbo, that has always pissed me off, especially with Russell over there, you know. And any mobile quarterback, the Niners defense is not built to chase you down. We're built to contain you and, force you off your back foot, mess you up, and just plant you into the ground.
But the thing
we
is,
just want to continue to keep you in.
The thing is, Wilson never scores a lot of points against the 49ers. He scores just enough to escape. He's been doing that for years. Now the 49ers are no longer a rebuild team. The Hawks are not a concern to me this year. They will be kind of routine from this point on for a while. But Murray, look at those weapons he's got. Jesus Christ. Fitzgerald.
I know. That's
and
Fitzgerald, and now he's got D-Hop. I mean, that alone, Rombo.
And that other wide receiver ain't bad either. And then they got that running back that we didn't do well with.
Drake? Yeah, man. That's what I mean. That dude was 3 days on the team when he started running all over us. I mean,
I don't understand.
That was concerning at first, man. He had just cleared waivers and got on there. That dude took off on us, Ronbo. But again, we are going to be, we're lighter on our feet now. I mean, our guys are trimmed up. They're ready to go. They're going to be quicker. I don't think that they're going to fall for this shit twice, Ronbo. No. I really don't, man. We get our hands on you, and we're going to put that little Hobbit Murray right in the ground hard.
I just hope
There's
what?
No doubt.
Are you concerned about Fred? They're not going to tell us anything about Fred. I thought Fred was going to be.
I think
taken off the list today.
I thought so too. But you know what? I think Kyle's just going to leave it. He's just going to leave him wonder. I think Fred. Probably by next week.
Mind games.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't thought about that.
Mirrors, man. Kyle loves it. Kyle's like he's like a witch.
Him and John.
I'm not worried about it, man. I'm not worried about it. I think, how many days has it been? Would today have been the 8th day?
Didn't they say 5? Yeah, I said Saturday he would be off that list. Here it is Saturday, and Fred Warner goes into next week on the COVID list, possibly. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I think it's not like a Monday through Friday thing you have to stick to. They could say tomorrow Fred Warner is back in practice.
What time are they going to clear? What time tomorrow can they claim anybody that we dropped? Can they claim Jermichael Hasty?
9 a.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Get the guys.
I like that dude. I did. I really liked him a lot.
Yeah, he's coming back.
But,
he'll be back. I think the 49ers like
him
too.
I mean, let's see what they do with Fred. Maybe we'll hear something tomorrow, maybe Monday morning. I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, I haven't heard anything to be concerned about, Fred, right? I mean, you haven't heard anything. It's not like he was down and out.
No. I suspect it was just they're checking him out to see, since he's probably exposed to somebody or people or something. He was probably on a list,
right?
And they reported him. I might guess, unless he was showing symptoms, which I can't imagine. Maybe. What made him go
they
away?
haven't. There's good thing. I mean, there's good things about the Niner camp, man. Ronbo, they don't let anything seep out. I mean,
I
they
know,
keep
right?
it in.
Well,
tight knit, man. Tight.
Fort Knox.
But anybody with COVID, man. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be precautious. So it's all routine. I'm good with it. We'll be all right.
I see. Well, John, I'm going to go because I'm going to take off here in a couple of minutes. So listen, let's see you tomorrow, and maybe we'll have that good news we need. Fred Warner's been taken off the COVID-19 list, and he will be in practice, ready to roll Monday. Yeah. Yes.
You got it, Ronbo. My man. Good night, brother. I love you, man. I love the show.
Love you back,
I appreciate everything you do for us. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my boy IB if he's listening. I haven't seen him tonight. Take care. Ronbo. Good night, my man. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Johnny. Good night, fam.
Later, brother.
Okay, and also, Hawks fans, remember one thing. You don't let us say anything about our past trophies. You should get over your past of winning over the 49ers, too. It's over. It's over. Hey, Nodge! Come on in, Nodge!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Nodge, the roster, man. Did you see anything that surprised you, or did you expect everything you see on the roster?
I expected everything I've seen on the roster.
That's what you're supposed to say, too. But even if you didn't, it makes you sound like you're right on top of things.
Mm-hmm.
No, it is not. And maybe realize it's absolutely right. Jay came in and told the truth, the whole truth, And nothing but the truth. What you gonna do with all this? You ain't gonna bring new people in now. This is a Super Bowl contending team. You take the same guys that got you the first time and correct some of the mistakes they may have made and get back in there and go get back to that Super Bowl. I understand that. That's true.
Yeah, because Kyle Shanahan's biggest thing is getting better. Like the next year, you got to get better. So obviously, the people that he kept got better from last year to this year.
And it takes too long to learn him and Salah's stuff. So the longer time you got in it, yes, please, thank you. God, play
Take
fast.
somebody out that already know it, and then put somebody new that just came out of college. That wasn't even a first round pick. Like, come on, nah. We keep the people we.
And Naj, with you saying that, what do you think? Ayuk, Jimmy loves him some Ayuk. He called the boy his safety blanket. I said, what? You just barely know.
Ayuk was gonna be Kyle. You know what?
Because Ayuk's a freak. Jimmy can throw that ball errant, throws, everything else. Ayuk is going to run it down. Jimmy even said, he's the kind of guy that's going to make you look good. You make a mistake, Ayuk's going to clean it up for you. I love it.
Yeah, I said Ayuk was Cal's Julio as soon as we drafted him. That's Cal's version of it.
I tell you. We're going to find out. In the run game, Jermichael Hasty, as it was pointed out earlier, man, we don't know enough about Jermichael Hasty to get all that upset about this. He'll be on the practice squad. Let him learn and grow in the system, and he'll beat out whomever he needs to beat out next year. And by the way, Naj, I don't know if TC's got a 2-year contract. So do you bring TC back if you got Jermichael over here on a rookie contract and a UDFA contract at that? I believe I get the same production. If you're a TC, people out there, if anybody's watching this TC, Ronbo, man, you need to get up off of TC. I'm just saying, next year, if Jermichael Hasty's ready to roll, TC can go ahead. I ain't hating on him either.
Yeah, I mean, I like TC. I remember like during the Green Bay game, he was actually going crazy until he fell and dislocated his shoulder. He was on that bad.
Yeah, he was doing
probably better than Hasty.
Yeah, for sure he was. I mean, I believe. With TC, I wonder sometimes he playing hurt. Some of those games where he just didn't look like he was just invisible, no impact whatsoever. Maybe he wasn't feeling good or something. Something was aching or something. Because some games he just played out his mind. That Panthers game, whew, dang.
Oh yeah,
TC was on fire.
And like, I ain't trying to down Shanahan, but all the running backs he drafted, ain't none of them end up good. The ones he picked up, like,
I know.
We had Joe Wilson, Matt, like, well, none of them good.
Let's see. Well, you're right. Because those guys, Heem's not a draft. He came in as an undrafted free agent. And you're right, actually. He didn't draft any of the good guys. Joe Williams he drafted did not work out. And also Fred's that's another UDFA. Well, they had the good since Matty B would have been awesome if he just all of a sudden couldn't hold on to the ball. Yeah.
Can't hold on to the ball. So yeah, when we got Ahmad and what's your name, also I ain't never seen Cal get a good running back before, so I really even.
His feelings would be so hurt if he heard you say that. Did they draft? Did they draft up to get Joe Williams, or did they just insist on picking him up?
Yeah, we drafted. I don't know. We drafted Joe Williams. It was I don't remember. I don't know if he went up or not.
Because John Lynch didn't want him, from what I understand, and Bobby Turner and Kyle just begged Lynch, "Come on, give us Joe Williams, John."
I forgot about that. He had quit football for a minute.
Yeah, because of his sister. You know what, Naj? One other thing I figured out here is you got to work. It's hard to figure out, but you got to stay away from players that have past dramatic, traumatizing situations in their family. Sometimes it stays with them. They can't get away from that.
Yeah, can't overcome it.
Yeah. But you never know who's had that. You can't interview anybody. Look, wait, was that running back with the Redskins? Oh, God. Like, one thing I hate is that word. The Washington team. What's that running back? They just cut him? The dude, he's got all kind of issues. Poor dude.
Who they cut?
That running back. I wanted him that year he got drafted, too. They just cut him last week.
Talking about Juice?
Yeah, what's his name?
His name ain't Darius Juice, something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Guys. G-U-I. Guys, yeah. Guys, you know what? His dad used to abuse his mom or something, right? He's out here abusing. You know, it's funny. It's not funny. A lot of guys who have abusive fathers like that, they grow up to be the same person. I never understood how come that happens. If my dad ever would hit my mom, I would have hated him and tried to knock him the Jesus out the first chance I got. You know. Oh, Jay, we got to go, fam. I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay, Naj?
Sunday, all right, cool.
Yeah, all right, Naj. Have a good night, fam.
All right. You too.
Let me see if I can get one more here, because I got to get out of here. Hey, Jay! Jamel!
What's up, Ronbo?
Okay, Jamel, I'm looking at this roster. Okay, it sounds like, is that Jay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Jay, I'm looking at this roster, and I'm thinking, it's, I think just for entertainment purposes, I was looking for something to go, whoa! But there's no whoa in this. We just got the guys back we should have. Are you thinking that way, or would you have done things differently?
Nah, I think he did the right thing. We didn't have no games to go by. I think Kyle just trusted the guys that he had and just went on from there. Because, you ain't got no training camp, so you can't really see how. You can't just say, okay, Jenny's going to beat out Dante.
Yep.
Just, because.
And Dante had a good
practice
camp, Jay.
Is different. Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, practice is different. Plus, like all the other guys said, all these players know the playbook. So it was just he just like, okay, since we didn't have a preseason, we just going to keep the guys that we have. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that we cut, we can put these people. He probably made more adjustment on who's going to be on the practice squad than the actual, the 53-man roster. I believe he just took it and made it easy, just like made it simplify it. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy, because they've been on this team, and it just makes logic sense to do that because they know the playbook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and you got a Super Bowl team to begin with. If this team was shaky and needed some injection of new talents, okay, but they're not. They're a team that, if they stay healthy, they're going to be really tough to beat. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, it makes total sense. So, I got a Super Bowl team. Why I'm going to just shake it all up and cut these players and add new players? Like, no, just keep the men you got, you know what I'm saying? And then if you can't run it back this year, then you can make a couple of more, if once all this stuff dies down and we actually can have training camp and, and having
pay free agents
games
that are asking for too much money. Then you go ahead.
Right.
Yeah. You bring on new guys. So. Yeah.
Right. So you can use the draft to bring on new guys and then just kind of go from there because, but it was just smart on his behalf. I believe I would have probably did the same thing. I would just been like, okay, we just gonna keep the people we have because they know the book, they know the system, they know how I coach. They, you know what I'm saying, they know each other, so that just makes more sense.
We're gonna find out because some of those guys are gonna come back to the practice squad tomorrow. I got a feeling most of those UDFAs that we picked up will be back. Anyway. So.
Right. I know if Jenny don't get Jennings don't get picked up, he'll be on the practice squad.
Yeah.
A few,
Jared Maiden,
a
Chase
few other.
Harrell, some of those
Yeah, because they
linemen.
ain't gonna waste no draft pick by saying, okay, you gone. So that's another makes sense about that too. We ain't gonna waste a draft pick just to cut him. They're gonna put him on the practice squad and have a few other players. So I'm just glad it's over with. Season about to start next week. We got something to talk about. We can actually see how our team looks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully
we don't hear about no injuries.
Right. Nobody get injured. Yeah. And I agree. Don't rush Deebo. Let him heal all the way up. Get his feet, well rested, and he could come start balling. I just feel like I think we got the Cardinals on game 1. I think we could beat them. So,
it's gonna be harder than we imagine.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 12-round fight. It's gonna be a fight. It ain't gonna be no. I'll be shocked if we came out and blow them out. You know what I mean? I would really be shocked if we blow.
I wish we could have started with another team, to be honest. I don't want the Cardinals first. God. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what we got, you know what I'm saying, as far as what kind of calls we're going to make, you know what I'm saying?
No, we'll never know that. Shannon's always got surprises.
Yeah, we got to, and then, it's the same. They ain't got no film on them. The only thing they could watch film on is last year. So they ain't got no preseason game to go by, and preseason game really ain't, games to look up because they play like a quarter or 2,
reference.
3 drive. Yeah, so.
That's true. Oh, fam. All right.
So,
Jeb, we're gonna go. I gotta get out of here. So I'm gonna see you tomorrow. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the platform. You have a good night, brother.
And I take pure pleasure in fam. All right. Have a good night. And Johnny V, I see you, man. He said, shout out to my fellow chat Roy Boy and Sin. And all the fellas in here, also a good night, ladies. And you know who you are. Keep on being booty, nasty haters. We don't like you. We tolerate you. Peace out. Dumb John. And speaking of, there's Patrick Mahone, boy, our resident Chiefs fan, who says, thank you, Mr. Mahone, boy. No revenge tour. Uh-oh. Okay, one more. Hey, Jamal.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, man?
Jamal, just hanging in there, man. Jamal, what is your feeling on this roster?
Hey, let's get it going. Time to wreck the road next week. Game 1. Let's go. Let's go.
God. Are we ready? Is this roster ready to roll? Is it gonna be tough? Is it gonna be unbeatable?
Oh, definitely. I know we're going to get a test first game against they forever. They always bring their best against the Cardinal team.
I know, right? And look at the receivers. Larry Fitzgerald. It doesn't matter how old he is. He's still going to be difficult. Right. He's made a career out of whooping the 49ers. But D-Hop added to that. Oh, no.
Right.
Jamel, can you turn your TV down? It's going into your speaker.
Huh?
Can you turn your TV down? It's coming into your speaker. I'm to your microphone.
Okay. You know what? Let me take the. Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah. No, I mean the thing is, I can hear you, but I can hear your TV very clearly too. Can you mute it?
I'm trying to. Because I don't have a remote for my.
Okay. Go ahead. We'll just go ahead. But go ahead. Give me your feeling on the roster.
My feeling on the roster is everything is set now. It's just, and I'll say one thing. Hey, Jawan, Jennings, I'm sorry, bruh, but just like the drugs, we need that speed, and you ain't got it. So, put them on the put them on the practice squad. Let them learn some more, whatever. Let them groove himself in the system practice. I'm quite sure Cal can use them in different ways. But I'm just excited, man. Let's go, man. Time to wrap up and let's go.
Yeah, it's you know what? All I need to know is what they look like after week 1. I got a feeling I'm going to relax from that point on. My question is, how do our first round draft picks? I don't know what to expect from Javon Kinlaw, but we got such beef backing them up. Javon, even if Javon's not having a good day, it won't really matter because you got some bad dudes. I got a feeling DJ Jones is going to be a bad, bad man this year as long as he can stay healthy. And Brandon Ayuk, I just wish that he hadn't hurt his leg. If he comes in 100%, though, I mean, I think that dude might be special. And here comes Deebo. I already know Kendrick's going to be okay. I can't wait for the debut of Jerick McKinnon. See, and I got Jordan Reed on one side. I got George Kittle on the other. Oh! Jimmy's going to be sitting right there. Hey, guys, why don't you come around the left side? Jimmy's going to be watching him. Yeah, are you done?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to throw the ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't wait. Should be fun. So we'll see. Cardinals ain't got that kind of a defense. Chandler Jones versus Trent Williams. Who you got?
Trent. No doubt. Trent, man. Come on, man. With all his experience and all that, with the defense and the defense that he done win against. Come on, man. Yeah, that 7-time Pro Bowler. You got to be kidding me. I don't see no problem.
Chandler's probably going to switch sides. There's no point in trying. You know what? Most teams are probably going to decide, you know what? Let's not even bother with Williams. I'm going to line you up on the opposite side. You think you can handle that? Every edge rusher, including Von Miller. It doesn't matter who you are. We're not going to. But, Coach, that's not the weak side. I want to come around where the quarterback can't see me. The thing is, you're not going to get past Trent Williams. I know how good you are, and you've got no chance. You might be able to get past McGlinchey, and you might have a shot. I'm thinking about you.
All right. And remember, McGlinchey is forever growing. So this is just the second year, third year, he's growing.
Yes, he is.
So soon you're not going to be able to get past him either. So,
So, I'm not worried about the offensive line except for center position. I just hope Garland's playing. If that be the case, people are going to leave Jimmy G alone real soon. And plus, Jimmy's got mobility. I was watching clips 2 days ago of Jimmy when he came in 2017. He was rolling around that pocket. He felt contact coming way before it got there. He was orchestrating and moving his offensive. There's a lot of idiots that think that Jimmy G can't quarterback, especially those residents running around in here. They think G can't quarterback. This is going to be a fun year to watch. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Making them all look stupid again. We'll see.
So I'm looking forward to this week. Yep. I just want to know if how we handle the Cardinals' D offense, and then I'll be satisfied. Because they ain't going to handle 49ers.
No, we will.
Yeah.
I believe we will. And then when we do, we set the table, we set the tone for the year coming Sunday, and then we'll see. Then we set them up again, just like last year. Mm-hmm. And whatever. Mm-hmm.
And get to the playoffs. But Jamel, the biggest difference this year is we're not going to get down to a one-game playoff with that silly team in Seattle. Hell, that was an accident as it was last year. Now this year, it's going to be more fun to watch as we watch in Seattle. And it's not even going to be close. I'd say a 3-game pad between the 49ers and the Hawks if they are in second place. And the Cardinals will be pressing them all year long with just one game or even tied with them going into Week 11.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right, fam. Hey, Jamel, go ahead and get some rest there, man, and kick back, relax, because you're going to need all your energy for next week as the 49ers getting ready to get it started, Jamel. Did you have it?
I sure will, and then I come in and I hear you going crazy like you always do.
Because I cannot contain myself, Jamel. I love this stuff. All right, Jamel.
Of course, that's our team. We love our boys.
Yes. You have a good night, fam.
All right, Ronbo. Talk to you later.
All right. Yes, indeed. Fam, I really got to hustle out. I tell you what, tomorrow we'll just hang out all night. Fam, hey. But like, especially the haters. Boy, y'all coming in here talking. Y'all ain't got no license to get in here. Hit that like. See you tomorrow, fam. Niners!